Hello guys. This is Noko and this is the story about what if Naruto was in 7 Deadly Sins. The author of this story is R0 Tatsid, do check him out guys. Link will be in description. Let's begin. After a month of nothing but training and doing D rank missions chores Team 7 had finally earned their first C rank mission. And that's when things started to go downhill for them. It started out fine. They walked into the Hokage's tower ready to accept another D rank mission when Kakashi decided to speak up. "Hokage-sama, might I request a C rank instead?" he asked without a moment's hesitation upon seeing Iruka reaching into the D rank shelf. "What? Kakashi-senpai, they have only been genin for a month." Iruka. "And? Kakashi. They aren't ready for a C rank yet. The minimum for a C rank is at least 3 months." Iruka. "I believe that is Kakashi's decision, Iruka." Hiruzen. "But, yes, Hokage-sama." Iruka. "Kakashi, are you sure about this?" Hiruzen. "I am, Hokage-sama." "Very well then. We actually do have an escort C rank that just came in." Hiruzen reached below the desk and pulled out a scroll. After handing it to Kakashi, he lit his pipe and looked at Kakashi's students. His eyes still looked the same. Though he didn't seem to be as stiff as he was the last time Hiruzen had seen him. His smile seemed a little more at ease on his face. Sakura also hadn't changed much. It was Sasuke that had changed. No longer did he have that constant scowl on his face. In fact, he seemed almost content. Like he knew he could do what he had to, and he wasn't worried about it any longer. An Uchiha that isn't scowling. I must be either dreaming or did I accidentally eat one of Shikaku's brownies again? Hiruzen wondered. The last time he had eaten a brownie Shikaku brought him. He spent the rest of the day in an almost dreamlike state. "Hokage-sama. Kakashi. Oh. What is it, Kakashi?" "We'll take this one, Hokage-sama." Very well. Iruka, go get the bridge builder. I'll man the desk for a while." "Yes sir." Iruka left to retrieve the client, leaving the 4 of them alone in the mission office. "How's Naruto, Hokage-sama?" Kakashi. "Tuckles, he's doing well, I should think. Aside from driving Yuga to the breaking point a few times. Is Yuga-sensei okay?" Sakura. "Oh, she's fine. She's been dragging Kurenai and Anko out to drink with her every time she returns to the village. But, aside from that, she's fine." "That doesn't sound fine." Team 7 all thought. Just then, the door to the mission office opened and Iruka showed an old man in a straw hat who smelled like he was carrying a brewery around with him. Into the office. Tazuna-san, this is Team 7. And they are to be your escorts home." Hiruzen. "What? I paid for Ninja to escort me home. Not an emo HNN. A girl with a bad dye job, it's natural. And, whatever that kid is. I am Star. Yeah, good for you kid." Tazuna nodded while drinking from his sake bottle. "If you have a problem with the team we provide, you could always pay more for Chunin to escort you home, or you could just leave without an escort and we shall refund your money," Hiruzen said with narrowed eyes. On second thought. I'm sure they are capable of doing the job. Don't mind me, it's the sake talking, haha." The ninja present could see the sweat rolling down Tazuna's face. They also noted his rapid change in opinion once he said they would refund his money and send him alone. They decided to ignore it for now. "Team, pack for a 2-week mission. Then meet us at the gate in 1 hour." Dismissed. Kakashi ordered before he left with Tazuna. "Sasuke-kun. Would you like to go shopping with me?" Sakura. "No, I have everything I need at home." Sasuke declined. Politely for him. "Oh, okay. Come on Sai, we'll just go shopping then and you can carry my stuff." She grabbed Sai's arm and dragged him out of the office without waiting for his approval. Sasuke was the last to leave and he headed home to pack. 2 hours later. Konoha Gates. Azuna arrived 15 minutes late for their meeting, only to find no one there waiting on him. Walking up to the Chunin who were manning the entry point. "Have you seen an emo, a girl with pink hair, a creepy pale kid, and a scarecrow?" he asked. Oh, you mean Team 7. When was your meeting supposed to be?" the Chunin asked. He's obviously answered this question before. 15 minutes ago. The scarecrow said to meet here in an hour and I was 15 minutes late. They didn't leave already, did they?" "No, they haven't left yet. Actually, they haven't gotten here yet." "What? But he said to meet here in an hour. And they're the ones who were late." "Actually, piss for brains. It's only our sensei that's late. The rest of us are waiting for him to arrive," a voice said from behind Tazuna. After turning around, Tazuna realized that it was the creepy pale kid who had spoken. "What did you call me, you little shit?" Tazuna yelled, his fists clenching. "Don't mind Sai. He doesn't mean anything by it. Tazuna looked over Sai's head to see Sakura walking up to them while eating a dango stick. After reaching them, she stuck her hand out for Tazuna to shake. "Hi. I'm Sakura Haruno, Genin Kunoichi of Konoha. That's I, Genin Shinobi of Konoha. Pleased to meet you, Tazuna-san," she chirped. Right." Tazuna shook her hand. "What did you mean by he doesn't mean anything by it? Are you saying he didn't mean to insult me?" "Iggle, no, he definitely meant to insult you. He's just like that with everyone. Isn't that right, Sai?" "That's right, washboard chest POW." Sakura threw an uppercut with her free hand that sent Sai flying into a tree branch above them. "Smile, sorry about that, Tazuna-san." Crash groan, "I'm still learning to control my strength. Our sensei has us on this new workout regimen. And it's really messed up my control," she said before taking another bite of dango. Tazuna looked over at Sai's twitching body. Then back at Sakura's smiling face. "Right, don't piss off, Pinky." The sweat dropped. A few minutes later, Sasuke arrived on the scene with Kakashi in tow. "I found him standing at a magazine stand this time," Sasuke said once he got close enough to the group. "Group Sai, what do you mean, this time?" Tazuna. "Kakashi-sensei likes to wander around the village whenever he has an appointment to get to. He calls it getting lost on the road of life. We call it him being a lazy bum." Sai. "Hey. That's no way to talk to your sensei," Kakashi protested. "Prove us wrong then." "Nah, I don't really care that much." "Group Sai, are we ready to go?" Kakashi. "Yes sir," they yelled. "Alright, Sasuke, you take point. Sakura, you're with me in the middle. And Sai is our rear guard. Let's move out, team," Kakashi ordered. The team plus Tazuna had walked for several hours through the forest on a hot land of fire day. When they spotted a puddle in the middle of the road. "You know what's coming up." After stepping over it and continuing on their way, a chain suddenly wrapped around Kakashi's torso and ripped him in half. "Girlish," screamed Tazuna-san, "shut up and calm down," Sasuke snarled. His eyes never leaving the two ninja that attacked their sensei. "One down, 4 to go," one of the ninja yelled. The two sprinting at the remaining members of Team 7. Once they were in range, they attempted to wrap the chain around Sasuke as they ran by. He dropped to his knees in time to duck it. Then after grabbing the chain in the center, he stuck a kunai through one of the chain links and stabbed it into the ground where he held it down. His move slowed them down a bit, giving Sai enough time to use his ink jutsu to create two lions to attack one of the ninja, while Sakura threw kunai and shuriken at the other. Though the ninja Sakura attacked managed to block the weapons thrown at him, his brother wasn't as lucky and was mauled by the lions. "Brother." Noah Kakashi reappeared with a clothesline to the other ninja's neck. He then held him in a chokehold. "Good job, team," he said with a thumbs up and an eye smile. "Now, are you going to answer my questions? Or are you going to take the other way out?" he asked. "I'm not telling you shit." Snap. "Other way it is," Kakashi said as he dropped the ninja's now lifeless body. Team 7 then all stared at Tazuna. "What? Why are you looking at me like that?" he yelled. "Are you going to tell us why the ninja were after you?" Kakashi. Nervous laugh. "What makes you think they were after me?" Kakashi looked over at Sai. Then with a completely fake look of surprise on his face, he said. "Wow. Those lions look awfully hungry. Who knows what will happen if we just turned our backs for a moment." Tazuna seemed to understand what Kakashi was saying. "Tell us, or we feed you to the lions and tell the Hokage the ninja killed you," Kakashi, in Tazuna's mind, said. "Alright. I'll tell you everything." One long explanation later. "We really should call for backup," Kakashi said. "So, you're not going to leave me out here alone?" Tazuna asked. "No. Despite you lying to us. I understand why you did what you did." "Who would they send as backup, Kakashi-sensei?" Sakura. Probably Yugao and Naruto. It's what their team is meant for." The Hokage did say they were to be an emergency response team. "But does this really qualify as an emergency?" Sasuke. "Not yet. However, if this Gado hired any more ninja, it could turn into one." Kakashi. "What's the call, Kakashi-sensei?" Sasuke. "Sai, send a bird back to Konoha to alert the Hokage as to what is going on. Hopefully, Naruto and Yugao aren't too busy." Sai followed Kakashi's orders and made a bird of ink carry a scroll back to the Hokage. And up until the fight with Zabuza, Kakashi was currently trapped inside a sphere of water. And he was slowly drowning while being forced to watch as his students tried to fight Zabuza of the Bloody Mist. Sasuke was managing to hold his own against a water clone of Zabuza. With Sai's help. When they all felt a disturbance in the air. Did anyone else hear screaming?" Sakura asked. They nodded their heads. Even Zabuza. Sasuke, who had used a distraction to kill the water clone, looked up into the sky and saw an orange speck getting closer, fast, really fast. Shit. It's the dope. Everyone hit the deck. They all complied and dropped to the ground. Except Zabuza, he didn't listen. And Kakashi for obvious reasons. Naruto came crashing down with all the grace of a freight train. "Incoming!" he yelled. Right before impacting the ground and sending out a shockwave that sent everyone a few feet into the air. And caused a wave to throw Zabuza off balance. Thus freeing Kakashi. After everyone had gotten back to their feet, they saw Naruto standing in a small crater holding a very pale-looking Yugao. Once again, she pushed him away from her and fell to the ground. No kissing the ground this time, that's progress, right? "Hey dope," Sasuke yelled. "What? I thought you were supposed to be a ninja." "I am a ninja. Ninjas are supposed to be stealthy, you blonde bastard. Maybe you should try that landing again. I'm sure there are some people who didn't hear you over in Lighting Country." Naruto flipped him off. "Bite me? And catch your stupidity? No thanks." "Are they always like that?" Zabuza asked. "Pretty much. Kakashi. Is she his Jonin teacher?" Zabuza. Unfortunately, Kakashi." "Wow, my condolences." Zabuza. "I'm sure she'll appreciate that." Kakashi. "Naruto," Yugao said after finally calming down. Naruto stopped his argument with Sasuke to look at her. "Yes. If you ever do that to me again, I'm revoking your ramen privilege." "No ramen. None. Ever. Naruto started shaking in place. His eyes wide and vacant. "Well, as entertaining as that was, I am still getting paid to kill ya. Sorry about this." Zabuza. "None taken. All the ninja, minus Naruto who was still in shock," said. Zabuza figured he would do the purple-haired woman a favor and get rid of the blonde first. So he body flickered over to Naruto and swung his Kubikurumjim in a downward arc. In an attempt to cleave Naruto in two. Naruto's left arm snapped up and caught the massive blade with just his fingers. Not letting the edge touch him. Zabuza tried to move his sword. But found that he was unable to make the blonde brat release it. "No ramen." Naruto could be heard muttering. Zabuza put his foot on Naruto's side and tried to push him away while pulling on his sword. It still didn't budge. "No, more ramen." Naruto was starting to tear up now. "Hey blondie. Let go." Zabuza yelled while trying to swing the blonde around. Neither Naruto or his blade moved an inch. Starts crying Yugao-sensei. "That's inhuman, how could you say something like that?" The others were watching the situation with comically large eyes. Zabuza, need a hand." Kakashi. "Shut up." "Okay." Kakashi shrugged and went back to watching the scene. Fine, Naruto. You can still have ramen. Provided you don't scar any more Gen in the way you did to Team Gai. Deal? Yugao. Naruto's tears dried up instantly. "Deal." He chirped. Then Naruto looked to his side and saw Zabuza still trying to make him let go. This time he was jumping up and down on the blade's handle, going over 15 feet into the air with each jump. Naruto tried to make Zabuza fall off to the side. So he lifted the blade up and to the right, a little. The sudden movement caused Zabuza to mistime his landing, and the handle went between his legs in slow motion. For everyone. Everyone saw the moment the handle couldn't go up any further, and it made contact with a certain part of Zabuza's anatomy. Zabuza's eyes went completely wide as he sat there on the handle. "Oh, shit, I'm really sorry about that." Naruto let go of the blade, causing it to fall to the ground, and making Zabuza hit that part again as he was still sitting on the handle. High-pitched whine. Everyone winced at the sound Zabuza was making. The guys all covered their parts. And the women looked at Zabuza in pity. Maybe we should just go. I think he's had enough for today." Kakashi led his students and Tazuna away. Leaving Yugao and Naruto there with Zabuza. "I'm really sorry about that." Naruto once again apologized. Then he and Yugao followed Kakashi's lead and left. A few minutes after they left, a ninja and a hunter nin mask arrived to help Zabuza. "Zabuza-sama, are you okay?" they yelled. No, I'm not okay," Zabuza said in a high-pitched voice. "Is there anything I can do?" the hunter nin asked. "Ice, get me ice and sake, a lot of it," Zabuza squeaked out. "Right away, sir." The hunter nin picked up Zabuza and rushed them back to their lair. Then they went to the village and bought all of the insake. Before heading back once again. "Do you know when you'll be able to walk again, Zabuza-sama?" they asked. "No. But when I can, I'm killing that blonde brat." Groan. The two ninja teams had safely made it to Tazuna's house after walking for an hour. Though they had to pass through the village and see just how bad things were under Gato's rule. "Everyone looks so sad," Sakura said while looking around. "Yawn, that tends to happen when people are starving, Sakura." Kakashi. And that is why I need to finish the bridge, girl. Once I do, we can trade with the larger nations to support ourselves and remove Gado's monopoly on the other trade routes. Tazuna. I don't think this Gado will just sit back and let you finish building the bridge. Especially if it means him losing money. Yugao. He won't. But that's why I hired you, ninja. I paid for both an escort and guard mission. Tazuna. He's right, Yugao. We were hired to do a job and we intend to complete it. Kakashi. And since we were told to assist you in case of enemy ninja. We're stuck here until he's done, aren't we? Yugao. Pretty much. Kakashi. After walking for another 10 minutes or so, the group arrived at Tazuna's house. Wait here, I'll go inside and tell my family who you are. Tazuna said before he opened the door and went inside. And the ninja were left outside in silence. Yugao-sensei, are you okay now? Sakura asked after remembering how Yugao had looked after Naruto's Ahem entrance. Yugao looked at her and smiled. I'm fine, Sakura. Taps Naruto on the head. This idiot just gets too excited. And goes a bit too fast for me to handle. How is that possible, Yugao-sensei? You're an elite jonin. Shouldn't you be the faster one? Sakura. Yugao got an odd expression on her face. You think so? But Naruto is a lot faster than I. It's because you don't train enough, Yugao-sensei. She heard Naruto mutter. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not a stamina monster like you are. If I was, maybe I could work out like you do. And be able to jump so fast and high that I destroy the sound barrier. Gai regularly does that as well. Kakashi. Does Gai do it without chakra too? Yugao. What? Kakashi. Yeah, that was my reaction too. Apparently, the blonde idiot over here forgot he could use chakra to enhance his body for so long that his body adapted to be able to run as fast as Gai without using any chakra. The other ninja all started staring at Naruto. Hey, dope, Sasuke. What? Naruto. How, in God's name, did you forget you could use chakra to enhance yourself? Sasuke. Mumbles. What was that, dope? I said. I slept through that class, okay. All I saw was the older ninja jumping around and flying across rooftops. And I thought it looked so fun. I decided to try it. After falling off of buildings, a lot. I thought that maybe I just wasn't strong enough. So I started working out even harder. My current jumping and movement speed is because of that extra training. So, you don't use chakra to enhance yourself? Sakura. Try not to. Why? Sigh. I can't control my strength very well if I do. My punches are too strong. That was when Tazuna opened the door. Good, you're still here. I was a little worried you would ditch me. Not until the mission's complete. Kakashi. Good to know, anyway, come in. My daughter and grandson are in the living room. Tazuna showed them to said living room. Once they were all inside. Tsunami, Tazuna's daughter, and Inari, his grandson, stood up from their places on the sofa and greeted them. Though Inari had to be told to say hello. Hello. I'm Kakashi Hatake. Jonin of Team 7. With me is Sasuke Uchiha HN and Sakura Haruno, hi. And Sai hello. Nice to meet you all. She said as she bowed. I'm Yugao Yazuki, Jonin. And this is Naruto Uzumaki, Genin. We are the Konoha Emergency Response Team. Nice to meet you as well, Yugen-san, Naruto-san. She bowed again. You can drop the san. Just call me Naruto. He said with a bright smile. Okay, Naruto. She smiled back at him. Why are you even here? You people aren't heroes. You can't protect anyone. What was that? Naruto. I said, you are not heroes. You can't protect anyone. So why are you here? We're here because Tazuna-san hired us to guard him. While he finishes the bridge. Sakura. That's it? You're here because he paid you, then how about you take your money and leave before Gado kills you? Inari yelled. Look, kid, I'm tired. And we've all had a pretty emotional day. So, how about we all go to sleep and talk about this in the morning? Kakashi. Oh. Silly me. Let me show you where you'll be staying tonight. Tsunami said before leading them upstairs. Inari clenched his fists and glared at their backs until they were out of sight. Then he ran outside. And only Naruto saw him. Great, another emo to worry about. He thought. Next day. What do you mean you haven't taught them to tree walk yet? Yugao yelled at Kakashi over breakfast the next day. Can you not yell so early in the morning, Yugao? Kakashi. What have you taught them? Yugao. He's been having us do teamwork exercises. Oh. And he also started us on a new workout regimen. Sakura answered. Yugao's glare got sharper and Kakashi was beginning to sweat. What kind of workout regimen? Yugao. He said it's the one that Naruto got started on. Sakura said before leaning closer to Yugao. You know, before he got carried away with it. She whispered. Groaned Sakura, could you go wake the boys up and tell them to meet me outside, please? Yugao. Yes sensei. Sakura got up from the table and headed upstairs. Kakashi, you're one hell of a ninja. Probably one of the best. But, you're a shitty teacher. She said before standing up and walking out the front door. Kakashi sat there in silence until the genin all headed outside. Then he stood up and followed them. After the genin formed a line in front of Yugao, she told them what she wanted. Sasuke, Sakura, and Sai. The three of you are staying here with me. So I can help you get a better grasp on your chakra control. Then she looked at Naruto. You're going to be guarding Tazuna, understood? Yes ma'am, they yelled. Kakashi. You go with Naruto. Sai, alright. He agreed. The two of them left Yugao and the genin to their training. While they went inside to get Tazuna. 6 days later. They were sitting down for dinner. Team 7, Team Yugao, and the Tazuna family. When Sakura noticed a picture that she hadn't paid attention to before. Who's that, Tsunami-san? She asked while pointing at a picture of Inari and Kaiza. That's my choke, that was my husband, Kaiza. Tsunami said. She walked over to the wall and took the picture down. Her eyes grew misty as she looked at the picture. I'm sorry. Tsunami smiled at Sakura. It's okay. You didn't know. No, it's not okay. You can't just walk into someone's house and Inari, that's enough. She apologized. Tsunami scolded him. Inari got up from the table and ran out the door. Inari. Tsunami went to go after him. I'll get him and bring him back. Naruto stood up from the table. I really think I should be the one to go. Tsunami. Then come with me. I just want to have a talk with him, is all. Okay, she agreed, and the two followed after Inari. I really am sorry, Tazuna-san. Don't worry about it, girl. Tazuna shook his head before he went back to eating his meal. But Naruto and Tsunami. The two had been walking through the woods for a while. Tsunami knew where Inari liked to run off to. When they heard sobbing. Let me talk to him first. Naruto said. I don't know. I'm not going to yell at him. If that's what you're worried about. Sai, alright, I'll wait here. Thank you, Tsunami-san. Naruto stepped out into the small clearing. The only thing in the clearing was a tiny pond and a cut-down tree near the pond that Inari was sitting on with his fishing pole. Naruto walked up to the tree and sat down with his back to Inari. What do you want? Inari asked. The hostility in his voice was loud and clear. I wanted to talk to you for a bit. Well, I don't want to talk to you. So leave. Then don't talk, just listen. Naruto turned around to look Inari in the eye. He was your father. I don't know if by blood or not. But he was. He was also your hero. Don't talk as if you know what it's like. You're from Konoha. I bet the only thing you had to worry about growing up was what you wanted for dinner. What, did you become a ninja to get back at your parents? Naruto's eyes flashed red for a moment. Sigh, they faded back to blue. You're right, Inari. The only thing I really had to worry about was what I wanted for dinner. See, I knew it. After all, it's not like I had anyone to cook for me. So whatever I wanted I had to make myself. That shut Inari up. I've been an orphan since the day I was born. And the only people in the world that ever cared if I lived or died was my Jiji, the Hokage. And a father and his daughter that owned a ramen stand. They were all I had in this world until I became a ninja. Once I did, I made friends. And one day, I decided that I wasn't going to ever lose the people I cared about. Naruto stood up for a second before getting into a push-up position. He started doing push-ups. I was when I was younger, that if I wa and ed to prot them eine be to get strong. So I start be doing this all day every day. He got into the sit-up position. Then, no matter that I felt hell or how tired I was. I did this for only one purpose. To never see anyone the way I lost my parents. To never let anyone I cared about go through what I did. He jumped up. I trained harder than I ever thought possible. And then, I trained even harder. Naruto's eyes had slowly bled red and his pupil turned into a slit. Because I choose to push myself. I'll push myself no matter how difficult it may be or how sad I feel. I chose to keep pushing myself. And if I lose my life protecting the ones I care about, then at least I protected them with my body, with my 2 fists. Naruto crouched to look Inari in the eye. My question for you, Inari, is what will you choose when the time comes? Will you fight to protect those you care about? or stand by and watch as it's all taken away. But that final line. Naruto's eyes returned to normal and he stood up and left the clearing. Tsunami, who had seen the whole thing, silently stood watch over her son for a few minutes before she returned to the house. Inari returned after another half hour. With Naruto. Instead of going back to the house, Naruto went for a walk through the woods. He walked in one direction for about 20 minutes until he came across a river. This must be the river that leads to the bridge, he guessed. You're partially correct, a voice said. Naruto started looking for the voice. He found it in the form of a woman in a pink kimono sitting near the river. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was out here. It's fine. I just came out here to clear my head, the woman said. Can I stay here or do you want me to go? You can stay, ninja-san. Thank you, Naruto said with a smile. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Nice to meet ya. Biggle, I'm Haku. Nice to meet you, Uzumaki-san. Just call me Naruto. I hate formalities. Very well, Naruto. You know how this goes. Next day. Naruto had overslept the next morning. So instead of him and Kakashi going to the bridge, Yugao and the whole of Team 7 went. Upon arriving at the bridge, they saw that it was covered in mist and the workers had all been knocked unconscious. Form up, team. The genin got into position, while Yugao and Kakashi stood in front of them. Everyone could hear two sets of footsteps coming across the bridge. Two figures emerged from the mist. One was Zabuza Mamachi and the other was a ninja wearing a hunter mask. Where's the blonde brat of Kakashi? He's the only one I want. Zabuza snarled. He's not here, Zabuza. You'll have to settle for us. Kakashi. The and Yugao stepped up to battle. Kakashi lifted up his headband revealing his Sharingan, while Yugao unsealed her new favorite toy. Is that the second sword? Kakashi. Sure is. How? It's a bribe from the Hokage to get me to stay on as Naruto-sensei. Ah, understandable. The two charged at Zabuza. Meanwhile, Haku had made their way over to the genin. Greetings, my name is Haku. And I'm here to kill Tazuna-san. Please step aside. Snort not likely. Sasuke stepped forward. He pulled a kunai out of his pouch and charged. While Sai sent his ink beasts in as support. Tazuna's house. Over at the Tazuna house. Naruto awoke to the sound of yelling. Let go of my mother. Sound of flesh being slapped. Star. The little bastard stabbed me. That was Naruto's cue. He accelerated while everything else slowed down. He quickly got dressed and leaped out of the window to land behind the man holding Tsunami by the throat. He grabbed the arm in question and bent it in the opposite direction. Crack. The man looked as if he was about to scream. He was going so slow. Naruto put his hand over the man's mouth and leaped into the air, carrying the man with him. At the peak of his jump, Naruto pushed the man slightly away. Then flip kicked him in the chest. Though he didn't move much right now, Naruto knew he was already dead. Picking the air above him, Naruto dove back down to the ground in time to grab the knife the man was going to stab Inari with. He grabbed it by the blade and snapped it, before uppercutting the man, sending him into the sky. Naruto's perception returned to normal. And the guy he left in the sky was sent flying off into the nearby woods at Mach speed. The other man was sent straight up so high even Naruto lost track of him. Naruto looked at Inari who was standing there with a bruise on his face and a small knife in his hand. I knew you had it in you, Naruto said with a smile. Inari smiled back at him. Tsunami-san, where is everyone? They went with my father to the bridge. Okay, I'll head there now. Is there anywhere you can go to hide? Yes. We can hide at a friend's house in the village for a while. You do that. Naruto started to walk away before he remembered something. Hey Inari. Yeah? You protected your mother, I guess that makes you a hero now, huh? Naruto vanished in a burst of speed. My hero. Tsunami squealed while kissing Inari on the head. Mom, let me go. Mom. Back at the bridge. Sasuke was trapped inside Haku's ice mirror dome. His body was covered with senbon. But he stood, unbeaten. Sai had already been knocked out after he tried to get inside the dome to save Sasuke. I asked you to step aside. Panting, I know. But if I step aside now, I can't call myself a ninja. Sasuke's one Tomo Sharingan was blazing in his eyes. Even though he could see Haku move, his body wasn't fast enough to react. Yugao and Kakashi were having a much easier time of dealing with Zabuza with the two of them. Though he was still an incredibly difficult opponent. And the two of them were driving him into a corner. I'm truly sorry about this, Haku said as they moved. The senbon in their hand was aimed at Sasuke's vitals when, smash. Naruto burst through the mirrors and caught Haku by the arm. He turned his body and slammed Haku to the ground. I'm sorry about this too. Naruto drew back to punch Haku when Haku kicked off the ground and flew into the mirrors. Now you're trapped in here with him. Naruto's eyes slowly turned red with a slit pupil. Not exactly. Haku would jump from one mirror to the next. Just in time for Naruto to break the mirror they had been in. No matter how many you break, I will just keep making more. We'll see about that. Naruto's speed increased even more. Now all anyone could see inside the dome was a streak of orange light zooming from one mirror to the next. Haku understood what he was doing then. He's trying not to punch me directly. When Naruto got used to his new speed, Sasuke with his Sharingan couldn't see Naruto anymore. All he could see was orange light covering the inside of the dome. Got you? Haku threw Senbon at Naruto while they were entering a mirror, which is exactly what Naruto wanted. When Haku entered the mirror and left again, Naruto had finally gotten used to his new speed enough that he was waiting on Haku at the next mirror. And every other mirror afterward. No longer could Haku enter his mirrors as Naruto would always be there. Finally, Naruto had enough fun so he decided to end it. He suddenly appeared in front of Haku, who was now trapped in the center of the dome outside of his mirrors. Bonk. Naruto knocked Haku on the head hard enough to knock them out. That was fun. We should do it again sometime. Naruto threw down the senbon he had been catching while chasing Haku around. He lifted Sasuke and Sai into his arms and carried them out of the now melting dome. Don't expect a thanks, dope. And don't expect me to say sorry, either. You emo prick. Naruto carried him over to Sakura, who was still standing guard over Tazuna. Thank you, Naruto. That earned her a smile. Anytime, Sakura-chan. That was when they all heard clapping. Even Yugao, Kakashi, and Zabuza, who had managed to hold out against the two of them, stopped fighting to find where the clapping sound was coming from. Bravo. Bravo. An excellent performance, I must say. A short man with gray hair and a fancy suit yelled. What do you want, Gato? I'm handling it. Zabuza. That's the thing, Zabuza. You're NT. So, I decided to keep the money I promised you and give it to these fine gentlemen. Several hundred men stepped out of the mist behind Gato. Laughs. Well then, Kakashi, it seems we don't need to fight anymore. If I am not getting paid for it, I have no quarrel with you. I still owe that blonde brat of yours an ass-kicking though. Kakashi and Zabuza both had a flashback to what happened during their first meeting. That's completely understandable. Hey Tazuna. What, Gato? I have nothing to say to you. Where's that pretty daughter of yours? I told you already, all you have to do is give her to me and you'll never have to work again. I'll die first, you bastard. Alright, you die, then I'll just go take her. Laughs. He did not just say that. Yugao sat down. What is it, Yugao? Kakashi. That little bastard. Did not just threaten to take Tsunami away from Inari, did he? Well, it was implied, yes. Why? Suddenly, killing intent the likes of which very few had ever experienced, came crashing down on them all. Oh? So you're Gato, are you? I am. And who the hell are you, huh? My name is Naruto Uzumaki. Genin of Konoha. The Genin. Laughs. You had me worried for a minute there. Zabuza, could you get rid of this mist, please? What makes you think I'll do anything you ask, brat? Zabuza, just do what he asks. You're about to see something very few have ever seen. Yugao. Oh, and what's that? Zabuza. The serious Naruto. Damn it, now I want to see it too. Kakashi. Alright, only because I'm curious now. He and Kakashi ran through hand signs and the mist dispelled in seconds. On one side of the bridge were Gato and his few hundred men. And on the other was Naruto standing by himself. The three Jonin had jumped off the side and ran around behind Naruto. Hey Sakura. The blonde called out as he walked towards Gato's men. Yeah. I'd advise you to look away for a moment. I'm a Kunoichi of Konoha, baka. If they can watch then so can I. Don't say I didn't warn you. Enough of this. Get him then bring me the rest of their heads. Gato. Naruto Uzumaki. Serious knife hand. One of Gato's men was just about to reach him when he swung his left arm across his chest. The force of his swing destroyed everything in its path. All of Gato's men had their upper bodies blown away. And over 3 miles of trees in an arc from the point he started his swing was destroyed. The devastation rendered everyone speechless, even Yugao who had seen him do crazy stuff before. And that was when Inari and the villagers showed up. Luckily from the opposite side of the bridge. Hey Naruto. We decided we're going to fight for what we care about. Yada. Naruto gave them a thumbs up as his eyes and voice returned to normal. So, that's why you started drinking so much, huh? Kakashi. Yeah. Sigh. Can someone please explain to me what the fuck just happened? Zabuza. No, I'm trying not to think about it. Maybe after some sake. Yugao. The hell with it. I'm coming with you. I could use a few bottles of sake. Zabuza. Wait for me. Kakashi. Hey. Yugao-sensei. Sai, what, Naruto? Can I get some help cleaning this up? He motioned to the blood-covered bridge. No, you caused it. You clean it up. You're the hero, remember? Damn it. Naruto yelled as he looked around at the devastation he had caused. After the battle of the bridge, Zabuza and Haku decided to stick around for a while. So they went to the inn to stay until the Konoha ninja left. While making periodical trips over to hang out, Aka drink in Zabuza's case. In that time Naruto made an interesting discovery. He had been walking around the town when he bumped into Haku. Literally, the two spoke for a little. Then Haku told Naruto they were on their way over to Tezuna's house. Let's go together then. Naruto yelled. The two had walked for a little while longer when they bumped into Sakura and Sai. Small town. Oh. Hey Haku. Hey Naruto. What's up? Sakura. Hey, Sakura-chan. We're heading to Tezuna's house. Naruto. Mind if we come with you? Sakura. Not at all, Sakura-san. Haku. Thanks. Sai, don't be rude. Say hello. Sakura scolded Sai. Hello dickless. Hello, flat chest POW. Sakura and Naruto watched as Haku stomped past Sai's unconscious body. The two glanced at each other then back at Sai. I thought only you did that, Sakura-chan. HMPH, he got what he deserved. Insulting a woman's body like that. Wasn't Haku a guy though? Naruto, I say this not to be mean. But, are you stupid or something? No. Then, why would you think Haku was a guy? That's what he told me. Naruto said while scratching his head. Sai, never mind, Naruto. Just know that Haku's isn't a guy. How can you tell? I've seen the bandages she uses to cover her breasts. Oh, wow. Naruto, are you fantasizing about Haku's breasts right now? No. Of course not. Okay. She chirped. Then she bent down to grab Sai's ankle and began dragging him towards Tezuna's house. I'd hate to have to tell Hinata that she has some competition. She mumbled. What was that, Sakura-chan? Nothing. Don't worry about it, Naruto. The 2-3 walked down the road until Tezuna's house came into sight. Yugao, Kakashi, Zabuza and Haku were standing around the front door, talking. Hey, Yugao-sensei. We're back. Naruto. Oh, good. Then we can leave now. Yugao. Huh? But the mission isn't finished yet. Naruto. That's what I was just discussing with Kakashi. We are heading back to the village first. He and Team 7 will stay to complete the mission. Yugao. But, why now? Naruto. That would be because of us, kid. Zabuza. Huh? What do you mean, Zabuza? Naruto. I asked Yugao if you two would be willing to escort us to Konoha. She agreed under the condition that we go see your Hokage immediately. Zabuza. Why are you going to Konoha? Naruto. Is there a problem with us going to Konoha, Naruto-san? Haku. No, of course not. I'm just worried is all. You are ninja from another village, after all. Naruto. Technically, only I was a ninja. Haku was never enrolled in the academy. And I happen to be a rogue ninja. As such, I am no longer part of Kirigakure Shinobi Force. So there shouldn't be an issue with me going to Konoha, provided no one tries to claim my bounty. Zabuza. That won't be an issue if you're with us. I can bring you inside the village, without issue. And, well, no shinobi with half a brain cell will try to antagonize Naruto. She leaned closer to Zabuza. There was an incident a few weeks ago. I'll tell you about it later. She whispered. Right. Zabuza. Haku walked over to Naruto and grabbed his hand. Come on, Naruto-san. I'll help you pack. She pulled him inside the house. Hinata's not going to like this. Sakura mumbled. What was that, Pinky? Zabuza. My name is Sakura. And I said that Hinata isn't going to like this. Who's Hinata? And why should I care what she likes? Zabuza. Sai Hinata Hyuga, she means. She was a classmate of theirs. And she has a slight crush on Naruto. Yugao. Slight. Yugao-sensei, Hinata has more than a slight crush on Naruto. And she doesn't handle competition for his affections well. Sakura. I thought they weren't dating. Yugao. They aren't as far as I know. But there's a reason none of our female classmates ever asked Naruto out. When we were younger. Sakura. Oh, this sounds interesting. Do tell, Sakura. Kakashi. Don't tell her I said anything, okay? Promise. They all said. Even Sai. Sai when Naruto was about 10. I think. There was this girl in our class that developed a crush on him. I get that Naruto isn't the sharpest kunai around. But how have I not heard about this from him yet? He had to have known, right? Yugao. She never got the chance to tell him. Hinata found out first. Sakura. And? It isn't like Hinata would do anything to her. That's where you're wrong. Hinata is one of the sweetest girls around until you're a threat to her chances with Naruto. Then, she's every bit the kunoichi you are, Yuga-sensei. Sakura. What happened? Kakashi, who had stopped reading his book. We had a sparring class that day. Just us girls, you know. And Hinata challenged her to a fight almost immediately. How'd that go? Kakashi. About as well as you'd expect a pissed-off highly trained kunoichi in training versus a civilian-born student to go. It was a slaughter. And we all knew why the normally sweet Hinata snapped like that. Sakura. Wait, Hinata, our Hinata Hyuga. Scarred an entire class of girls so much that no one else ever wanted to ask Naruto out, Yugao. Or want Naruto asking us out. It's why most of us ignored him. Shivers, that girl's scary when it concerns Naruto. Sakura. Laughs. Kakashi and Yugao burst out laughing. Zabuza just looked confused and Sai was still pretending to be knocked out, though he was shaking from suppressed laughter. What? What's so funny? Sakura. Laughs, that was a good one, Sakura. You had us going for a minute there. Yugao said while wiping a tear from her eye. Tuckle agreed, best joke I've heard in a while. Kakashi. It's not funny. Hinata is really scary. Sakura. Laughs, sure she is, Sakura. Yugao. Growls, never mind. One day, you'll see how scary she can be. Sakura walked into the house. Yugao-sensei. What was that about? Naruto asked as he and Haku walked outside. Tuckles, don't worry about it, Naruto. Sakura was just telling us a story. Are you ready to go? Yugao. Yeah, I've already said goodbye to everyone. Naruto. Good. Let's go then. Kakashi, no more slacking off. Got it, Yugao. Yeah, have a safe trip. Kakashi walked back inside. Sai was dragged in as well. Let's go. Ichiraku's awaits. Naruto. Sai, don't you ever think of anything besides ramen? Yugao. What else is there? Never mind. The four then set out on their journey to Konoha. Ichiraku's. And to get ramen, apparently. Konoha. A week later. Upon arriving in Konoha. And after getting ramen, the group of four had a meeting with the Hokage. Zabuza explained their circumstances to the Hokage and asked if he could make Konoha his base camp until such time that the Kirigakure civil war was over. In return, he would do missions free of charge for Konoha. Two more conditions. Hiruzen finally said. Sai, what are they? Zabuza. Condition 1. You have to be monitored at all times. Sounds fair. And the other? You have to teach at least one swordsmanship class a week. Provided you are not on a mission. What? Why? You are one of the 7 swordsmen of the mist. I would be a fool if I didn't take advantage of this situation. Grown fine. But no brats. I'll only teach fully trained ninja. Of course. Hiruzen easily agreed. Now, I just need to find some bounties, Zabuza muttered. Hiruzen reached under his desk and pulled out a small black book, which he then tossed to Zabuza. That is Konoha's bingo book. If you bring in any of the ninja in that book, we will pay you their bounty in return. This does not count as a mission and must be done on your own time. Understood, Zabuza slightly bowed his head. Then he and Haku left the room. If you two would excuse me as well. I have another meeting to attend to. Hiruzen. Yes sir. Yes Jiji. Naruto and Yugao left the room as well. 2 days later. Naruto was exercising on top of the Hokage mountain when Yugao showed up. Naruto. Yugao. He stopped doing his push-ups to look at her. Oh. Hey, Yugao-sensei. He pushed off the ground and stood back up. Naruto, I have a mission outside the village for a few days. So why? Because I don't trust that if I leave you here unattended, the village will be standing when I return, she said in a deadpan voice. Hey. I'm not that bad. Oh, really? She folds her arms. Where were you this morning? Nowhere. Then, please explain to me why I got a bill for 15 new Anbu uniforms. Gotta go meet up with Kurenai-sensei now, bye. He jumped into the air. Snort, I thought that might change your mind. With Hinata. Hinata was waiting with her team for this surprise person. That was supposed to help them on their first C rank. Scoffs, it's probably someone my father hired to keep an eye on me. She rolled her eyes. She understood her father's worry. After all, she was his weak daughter. The worthless heiress. As the elders called her when they thought she couldn't hear. It's not that I'm weak. I just hate hurting people. A rain cloud formed over her head. What's wrong, Hinata-chan? A voice she would recognize anywhere said. Naruto-kun. She looked up to find Naruto standing only a few inches away. Eek. She squeaked. She tried to take a step back to put some space between them. But she tripped instead and fell onto her butt. In front of Naruto. "Hinata-chan, are you okay?" Naruto yelled before he grabbed her hand and pulled her up. Hinata was staring at the hand he was holding. "Geez, so warm." She thought as her face turned really red. "Hinata-chan, what's wrong? Are you sick or something?" Naruto removed his headband, which let his hair fall down, and touched his forehead to hers. "You do feel a little hot, Hinata-chan. Are you okay?" he asked. Meanwhile, Hinata's brain was short-circuiting. "He said I was hot. Naruto-kun thinks I'm hot. I mean, she's technically correct." "Naruto-san." A voice interrupted them. The two of them glanced over. Oh. Hey Haku. What's up?" Naruto greeted her. "I'm on my way out with Zabuza-sama. Mind talking with me while I wait?" she asked. "Sure." He smiled. Then walked over to where she was standing. Meanwhile, inside Hinata's mind. "Goose. That FG skank thinks she's talking to, huh?" Haku laughs at something Naruto says and places her hand on his arm. "That's it. I'm going to kill that." Due to the nature of her thoughts. They have been censored for your protection. Thank you for your understanding. And we now go back to your regularly scheduled program. "Alright, team, and Naruto. Are we ready to go?" Kurenai asked as she walked up with a dark brown-haired man. "Yes, Kurenai-sensei." They answered. "Good. This is Shibuki-san. He is our charge for this mission. Any questions?" "Where are we going, Kurenai-sensei?" "Kiba. Hakagakure. The village hidden by waterfall. Any more questions?" "Will there be fighting?" Hinata. "No. At least, I don't think there will be." Kurenai. "PSK, Hinata's mad." "Any more questions?" "No." "Alright, team. Move out." After walking for 10 minutes. Hinata couldn't hide her curiosity anymore. So Naruto-kun. WH, who was that? PH. That G. Girl you were talking to. Oh. That's my friend Haku. She's great. Snap. Hinata-chan. Oh, it's nothing, Naruto-kun. Naruto didn't notice the fist-sized hole in the tree Hinata had been walking by. Shino and Kiba sure did though. Kiba slowly walked over to Shino. "Hinata's pissed about something," Kiba whispered. "Yes, I noticed." Shino. Crash. The two looked back to see that the tree she punched had fallen over. "Let's leave her alone with Naruto for a while. That should calm her down." Shino. "Don't have to tell me twice, Kiba." 2 days later. Hinata was about to lose her mind. Naruto had talked about nothing but her. Actually, Naruto only mentioned Haku 2 times after that first conversation. Both times were because Kiba asked about her. Sure, if she was Naruto's teammate, she could understand him talking about her. But she wasn't. In fact, Naruto's only known her for 2 weeks, tops. It's a good thing they were arriving at Takagakure within the next few minutes. Otherwise, Hinata might have strangled Kiba to get him to stop asking about her. "Welcome to Takagakure, everyone." Shibuki. Shibuki-sama. A girl wearing a white kimochi outfit with layered green hair and orange eyes ran up to the group. "Hello Fu. What are you doing out here?" Shibuki asked. "I came to see you, Shibuki-sama." She smiled at him. Though her smile dropped a bit when she saw the others. It quickly returned. "Hi. I'm Fu. What are your names?" "Kurenai Yuhi, Jonin of Konoha. Kiba and Yazuka, Genin." "Hello. And this is Akamaru, say hi, buddy." Arf. Kiba waved. So Fu waved back. "Naruto Uzumaki, Genin. Nice to meet ya. Your eyes are pretty." Naruto said, causing Fu to giggle. Creaking sound. "Hinata Hyuga, pleased to meet you." Hinata said with a strained smile. "Shino Aburam, Genin. A pleasure to meet you, Fu-san." Fu stared at Shino for a few seconds, then she took a step closer to him and sniffed the air. "Did you know you smell like a bug?" she asked. I'm aware. Biggle, I like you. Want me to show you where some rare bugs live?" "Sure." She grabbed his arm and pulled him into the village. "Bro, I'm sorry about that, Yuhi-san. Fu is a bit different." The other ninja looked at Naruto. "What?" "Nothing." The group continued on into the tunnel that hid the entrance. Then the group came to a large waterfall. "I'm sorry about this. But please turn around for a moment." "Of course." Kurenai nodded. The leaf ninja all turned around. Shibuki ran through 20 hand signs before yelling. "Hi." The earth rumbled a bit and the waterfall parted for them to pass. The group was walking down the path further into the village when a group of children ran up to Shibuki. "Shibuki-sama. Hello, what are you doing out here? Isn't the academy still in session?" The youngest of the children, who looked to be about 4, shook her head. "We were told to pick up trash." "Trash? The oldest one stepped forward. He who looked to be about 10. There was an intruder earlier. They made a mess near the entrance. An intruder. Was anyone hurt? No, Shibuki-sama. The intruder didn't make it to the village. They were chased away before they could. I see. He turned to Kurenai. I'm sorry about this, Kurenai-san. Would you mind accepting a mission to help these children? I don't want them going out unguarded. That's fine. The payment can be sent later. Thank you, Kurenai-san. Children, show the nice ninja where the mess was made. And they'll help you. Understood? Yes, Shibuki-sama. Teammate plus Naruto followed the children back through the tunnel. And around a path of ways. Until they came to a destroyed section of road. Here it is. We're supposed to clean up in this area so our ninja can repair it with earth jutsu. The group had been helping to clean the area for a few hours when they decided to take a lunch break. Shino also returned. Though his face was suspiciously red. Then Naruto-kun, would you like to eat lunch with me? Hinata. Sure, Hinata-chan. Naruto. Hinata offered to share her lunch with Naruto. He declined on the grounds that all he had to give in return was ramen. I know not many people like ramen the way I do. And I would feel bad if I just ate your food, Hinata-chan. But I do like ramen. You do? Yes, ever since I went with you to Chiraku's. She conveniently forgot about Shino, huh? Yada. Alright, Hinata-chan. Naruto dumped out the contents of his bag. Inside was over 10 different flavors of ramen. Pick whichever one you'd like, Hinata-chan. Naruto said with a blinding smile across his face. Whistling sound. Hinata's head started to steam from Naruto's smile. Huh? The water shouldn't be boiling already. Naruto looked around for the source of the sound. Oh, well. Must be hearing things. A few minutes later. Thank you for the meal. Hinata and Naruto were just about to start eating when the ground started to shake. The shaking got so bad that Hinata accidentally dropped her ramen, causing it to spill out onto the ground. I'll be right back, Naruto-kun. Hinata activated her Byakugan for a second before running off into the woods. Hinata-chan, I have more ramen. Naruto yelled. Hinata ran through the woods into the tunnel and dove through the waterfall into the village. From there, she followed the sounds of fighting. And her Byakugan until she came across Shibuki fighting against 4 ninja. Hyuga-san. Go get help, please. Shibuki yelled. Hinata stood there for a few seconds with her hair covering her eyes. Which one of you made the ground rumble like that? A ninja with gray hair stepped forward. What's the matter, brat? Did it scare you? Laughs. You caused me to drop Naruto-kun's ramen. Her head tilted to one side. So what if I die? Whoa. He had to duck as Hinata had leaped at him. Her Byakugan blazing in anger. Alright, you little brat. Let's play. He summoned a water whip. Crack, he swung it at Hinata's legs. She jumped over it and dashed at him. 8 trigrams. 64 palms. She furiously attacked his Tenketsu. Anytime one of his partners tried to help him, she either dodged around them or hit them back. Until he finally collapsed. The female ninja attacked Hinata next. She also attempted to use a water whip. And it failed just the same. 8 trigrams. 32 palms. She was also incapacitated. Panting, I have been trying for years to work up the courage to ask Naruto-kun to have lunch with me. And you ruined it. She cracked her knuckles and advanced on the 2 remaining ninja. Both the 2 glanced at each other. You hold her off. I'm going to get the hero water. Hey. You bastard, you can't just leave me here. Hinata's eyes tracked the fleeing ninja. Oh, no. You aren't getting away after ruining my date, lunch, with Naruto-kun. She quickly ran through hand signs. Water style. Water needle jutsu. The water vortex formed around her, from which a multitude of needles was fired at the runaway ninja. Each needle fired hit a Tenketsu point, rendering him unable to move. Her eyes focused on the remaining ninja. Nervous chuckle, would it matter if I apologized? Yes. I'm sorry. So very sorry. He quickly bowed his head. Thank you. Hinata said with a smile. Then he was assaulted with water needles, also rendering him unable to move. Content Saiyu, I had more stress built up than I thought. Hinata said as she went on her way. I hope Naruto-kun has more ramen. Shibuki, who had been forgotten about, was terrified. They were jonin, was all he could get out. Before he passed out from his injuries. Shibuki-sama. The other ninja arrived to help him. Back with Naruto. Hinata had returned to see that Naruto had made her another bowl of ramen. There you are. Hinata-chan. You ran off so fast that I thought I'd done something wrong. No, you didn't do anything wrong, Naruto-kun. I just had some trash to throw out. Hey, Hinata-chan. You didn't stutter that time. Naruto cheered. He grabbed her hands and spun her around in celebration. Hinata was so happy Naruto was holding her hand that she passed out with a smile on her face. Hinata-chan. Hinata-chan. About 30 minutes later, Fu arrived. Hey. Hey Fu. Naruto yelled. Hello. The rest said. I was asked to inform you that your mission has been completed. Shibuki-sama sends his regrets. But he cannot show you off himself. So he sent me to do it. She walked with a group about a mile from the village before pulling Shino aside. Shino-san. I'll see you soon. She winked at him. Before leaving the group to find their own way home. The other Leaf Ninja looked at each other then back at Shino. Alright, Shino. Arf, Kiba and Akamaru. Tuckles, good going, Shino. Kurenai. See, congrats, Shino. Hinata. What happened? Naruto. Oops, nothing, Naruto. They all started walking away. Shino was actually grateful that Naruto had distracted them. What? Hey. What did I say? Hokage's office. Knock. Hiruzen looked up from the mission report he was going through. Yes. Hokage-sama, Naruto Uzumaki, is here to see you. His assistant said through the door. Send him in. He opened one of his desk drawers and pulled out a file labeled Uzumaki. The door opened and Naruto was shown in. He walked up to Hiruzen's desk and saluted. At ease, Naruto. Hiruzen. You wanted to see me, Jiji. Naruto. Hiruzen leaned back in his chair and looked at Naruto. Then, he opened the file and began reading through it. Subject has shown incredible physical prowess. Capable of at least Jonin levels of strength and speed. However, his true strength and speed are unknown. As he has never been seen to struggle in doing his feats. Even when he used a move dubbed as the Serious Knife Hand which destroyed over 3 miles of woodlands. And killed several hundred mercenaries. True number unknown. He only seemed to put minimal effort into his blow. His chakra did not fluctuate before or after its use. As such, I conclude that he is capable of much more destructive feats than he has allowed me to observe. Hiruzen looked back at Naruto. Gigi, what was that? Naruto. That was an excerpt from Yugao's regular Jonin report on you. Hiruzen. She's been spying on me? Naruto asked. He seemed to be slightly hurt from this discovery. No. It's standard procedure. Every Jonin sensei must file this report once a week. It's used to help me understand where their student is, skill-wise. Hiruzen. Oh. What else does it say about me? The hurt seemed to have faded a bit after Hiruzen's explanation. Now he's just curious. It also says. And this is a direct quote. Naruto is ready, in my opinion, to be advanced to the rank of Chunin. At your discretion, Hokage-sama. Hiruzen. Yada. I'm going to be a Chunin. Naruto jumped into the air in celebration. Tuckle, not so fast, Naruto. Hiruzen. Naruto stopped celebrating. It says at your discretion, Hokage-sama. And I don't think you're ready just yet. Hiruzen. Oh well. But Jiji. Naruto. There is a way you can prove to me that you are ready, however. Hiruzen said. A small smirk formed on his face. Name it, Jiji. I'll do whatever I have to. Naruto. Laughs. I had a feeling you would say that. Hiruzen stood up and walked over to a storage room adjacent to the office. Follow me. He called. Naruto jogging to catch up. You are aware the Chunin exams begin next week, yes? Hiruzen. Yeah, Yugao sensei told me about it a few days ago. Naruto. Good, that saves us some time. Hiruzen entered the storage closet and began to look for something. The Chunin exams are problematic. Hiruzen. How so? Naruto. As they are jointly held between the 5 great villages. There will be numerous foreign ninja within our walls. Hiruzen. Oh, that could be bad. Naruto. An understatement, if anything. With the arrival of foreign ninja. Old grudges and rivalries are bound to rear their heads. Despite knowing that it could get them in trouble. Hiruzen. So, they start fights. Wouldn't that get them in trouble with their cages? Naruto. I know. In fact, the other cages usually encourage them to act out their aggression. Hiruzen. What? Why would they do that? Naruto. Because, years ago. Back when the villages first signed the treaty that allows any village not currently engaged in war with the hosting village to join in their Chunin exams. A rule was put into place. Hiruzen. What kind of rule? Naruto. A rule that stated, there it is. That the hosting village gets to enforce their own rules. As long as the ninja involved are not seriously harmed in the process. The foreign Kage will not interfere in their punishment. Hiruzen pulled a medium-sized box off a shelf near the back of the storage closet. And motioned for Naruto to follow him back into his office. What does this have to do with me? Naruto. I'm getting to that. You see, usually, the Anbu handle our security. This time, however, someone else will be our security. Hiruzen sat the box down on his desk and opened it. Who's that? Naruto. Hiruzen stepped to the side to allow Naruto to see inside the box. Inside was a blank face mask and grey vest. You. Hiruzen. What? Naruto yelled. His eyes getting comically big. I said. You are our security this year. Hiruzen got a very scary smile on his face. Naruto Uzumaki, I'm giving you my express permission to. His smile got even bigger. Almost to the point of splitting his face. Prank the living hell out of anyone who dares step out of line in my village. Realization dawned on Naruto. And he grew a similar smile to Hiruzen's. Consider it done, Jiji. Naruto. Tuckle, that's my boy. A week later. Team 7 through 10 had all arrived at the academy. With Team 9 arriving first and 7 last. So, we're all here, huh? Sakura. Yep. You nervous, forehead. Ino. Not as much as you are, Ino pig. The two started glaring at each other. Yosh, ladies. Please, there's no need to fig, Lee. Stay out of it, bushy brow. They yelled. Sai, so your team has an annoying girl too, eh? Shikamaru asked Sasuke. HNN. Sasuke nodded. Hey, she's the annoying one. They pointed at the other. Snicker, hey, check out the comedy act. A stone ninja pointed out the Konoha rookies. Several other ninja teams looked as well. A few snickered, some outright laughed. But most just ignored them in favor of focusing on the trials ahead. The ones who did mock the rookies soon earned their ire. You better watch your mouth. Or else. Growl, Kiba. The rock ninja swaggered up to the Konoha ninja. Sure in his ability to win in a fight. They were still kids while he was almost 17. Or else, what? He glared at Kiba. Hey Naruto. A little help here, man. Kiba asked after noticing just how big the guy was. When he didn't get a response. He started looking around. Which caused the other rookies to look for him as well. Speaking of, where is Naruto? Didn't he qualify for Chunin as well? Ino. Lunch, of course he did. He's probably just running late. Choji. I don't know. I overheard Yuga sensei and Kurenai sensei talking the other day. They said Naruto was doing something else instead of participating this year. Shino. Ah. Ino grabbed her chest. Shino, you scared me, how long have you been here? A rain cloud formed over Shino's head and he started drawing circles on the floor with his finger. Hinata was patting his back. Ino-san. That's mean. Shino-san came with us. Hinata. Oh, sorry Shino. Ino. It is fine, I'm used to it. The cloud grew bigger. Hey, stop ignoring me, you brats. The stone ninja yelled. He decided to take his anger out on Kiba. Who was the closest. By swinging his fist at Kiba's head. Suddenly a ninja wearing a blank mask and a grey vest appeared between the two and caught the stone ninja's fist. No. Bad ninja. The masked ninja said before he flicked the stone ninja on the forehead. The impact sent him flipping backward and into a wall 10 feet away. Mostly unharmed. Silence followed Naruto's appearance. Though, only the rookies recognized him because of his hair sticking out. Let that be a lesson for all of you. Don't attack each other unless told otherwise by a proctor. A trench coat wearing ninja appeared. Hey. You can't let him get away with that. One of the other rock ninja yelled. Oh, and why not? He attacked my teammate. Your teammate broke the rules. He has been punished accordingly. Who are they to decide punishments? They are this year's security force. Anyone caught breaking the rules will be dealt with by them. Laughs, this little brat is a security force, what's he guarding, a preschool? This caused a majority of the other contestants to laugh. Minus the sand team. I'd be careful insulting them if I were you. That little brat has a bit of a temper. Is that so? Alright. A sound ninja said as he was walking up behind Naruto. He swung his fist in a backhanded motion and hit Naruto on the side of his head with his gauntleted arm, but Naruto didn't move as he expected him to. Shouldn't have done that. The ninja inside the room all looked at the voice. Shouldn't have done what? The sound ninja asked. You shouldn't have pissed him off. Sasuke said from his and the other rookies' spot on the other side of the room. Eh? The sound ninja asked. Right before Naruto's arm shot out and grabbed him by the face. He said, you shouldn't have pissed me off. Naruto and the sound ninja vanished in a burst of speed. Where'd they go? Another sound ninja yelled. Only to be surprised when his teammate was returned only a few seconds later. Covered in glue and feathers. With a rubber beak fastened to his nose. The ninja started to freak out. His teammates rushed over to calm him down. To no avail. He just kept repeating so much orange. Over and over. The ninja all stared at him wondering what could have possibly happened in the few seconds he was gone. That's the second lesson for you. Don't piss off our security or you'll end up like him. Now, sit down and shut up. Ibiki yelled, causing everyone to quickly find their spots. Even the panicking ninja. Now, my name is Ibiki Marino. And I am the first proctor. Ibiki started walking around the room. My assistant will pass out these 2 sheets of paper to everyone. You are not to flip them over until I say so. Failure to comply will result in punishment. The other ninja shivered and the sound ninja screamed. Once I give you permission to begin, you will have 20 minutes to complete the provided questions. When you get to the final question, do not answer it until I say so. Is that understood? Yes. They all shouted. Good, your time starts now. Begin. This part is just like canon. Without Naruto's intervention, so we'll skip ahead a bit. After the first exam. Crash. A window exploded inward and a smoke bomb went off. Suddenly, a sign was hung up on the wall at the front of the room that said, "The sexy and single Anko Mitarashi." And then in little orange letters, it said, "Blasphemer against ramen. Naruto. You damn brat. One day you'll forget about ramen and accept the true food of the gods, Dango." She screamed. The blank masked ninja reappeared for a second, flipped her the double bird, then vanished again. Just you wait, brat. I'll draw you over to my side one day. Anko. Sai Anko, must you do this now? Ibiki. Yes, I must. Naruto, that blasphemer. Dared to leave ramen packages all over my apartment this morning. And to make matters worse, she started to tear up. The other ninja were all wondering what Naruto had done to this poor woman. He threw out my dango. She started crying, causing everyone to face fault. Damn it, Anko. Pull yourself together. You have a job to do. Ibiki. But my dango. Anko. Sai, if it'll shut you up. I'll buy you more dango right after you begin the next exam, alright. Ibiki. Her tears dried up instantly and she continued from where she left off. I'm the second exams, proctor. Meet me at training ground 44 in 10 minutes or you're disqualified. She vanished in a whirlwind of leaves. The examinees all got up and ran out the door, leaving Ibiki alone. I wonder if I can convince Yugao and Kurenai to pay for her dango. She is their friend and Naruto is Yugao's student. He wondered while walking out the door. Training ground 44, otherwise known as the Forest of Death, is one of the most dangerous places on the planet. And we're sending you brats in there for 1 week. Anko said while picking her teeth with a dango stick. What? The gathered genin yelled. Now, no need to get so loud. After all, death is only one of the things it's known for. Anko. What else is in there? Ino. Roar. The ground shook and thunder boomed in the background. There are a few animals in there as well. No worries, though. Our security guard has graciously volunteered to go in with you. Should you feel yourself to be in serious danger, she held up a flare. You can fire this into the air. And he will come running. Again and looked at a tied-up Naruto sitting on the ground. He had a sign strapped to his chest that said, "I will not cause my sensei to lose any more money." Right, volunteered. Then what happens? Lighting ninja. You will be escorted from the training ground. And your team will be disqualified from the competition. So, it's either fail or die. Not much of a choice is there. Grass ninja. You always have a choice. In this case, you have 3 choices. She held up 3 fingers. Fight and possibly die. 1 finger went down. Run away. 2nd finger or surrender and fail. Last one. Take a few moments to decide who gets the flare. Once you have decided, that person may come and take one from the table. A few minutes passed by as the genin all talked about who would get the flare. Then a line formed as they received their flares. When you get a flare, also, take the stack of papers under it. Ino, who had been chosen to hold her team's flare, picked up the papers and began looking through them. What are they for? She asked. Basic legal stuff. They state that neither myself nor Konoha is responsible for any injuries or loss of life that may occur during the course of this exam. She said with a smile. Gulp, oh, Ino. Next, I want all team to line up at the tent off to my right. Inside, you will be given a scroll. This scroll, for the week you are inside, is your life. Do not lose it. And do not open it until you reach your end goal. Which is Grass Cough or Chimaru Cough Ninja. To take the scroll you need from an enemy team. Then, make your way to the center of the forest. Why there? Rock Ninja. In the center of the forest is a tower. And this tower will be the location of your 3rd exam. Any more questions? No. Alright, line up and get your scrolls as well as your target. Anko-sensei, what target? Oh, did I forget to mention that only one team has your opposite scroll? Each team will be told who has the scroll they need. It is then your job to take it from them by any means necessary. Have fun. she chirped before walking over to Naruto. Come on Blondie. Take a bite. She waved a dango stick under his nose. Never. I will not betray my ramen. For the love of God, it's just noodles. Asp. Blaspheming harlot. You take that back. No. I don't think I will. Admitted Blondie. Dango is just better than ramen. You bitch. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait. One day, you'll see the error of your ways. And ramen will lead you to the promised land. Dango's better. Ramen. Dango. Naruto gets a smirk on his face. Dango. Ramen. Dango's better, and that's final. No, ramen's better. I agree, ramen is better. You little shit. Dango's better. The two argued back and forth. While the genin were getting their scrolls. Team 7's target was the grass ninja. That's just unlucky. Team 8's target was the rain ninja. Team 9's target was the rock ninja. And Team 10's target was the lighting ninja. Ahem Anko-san, the genin are ready to begin. A Chunin interrupted Anko and Naruto's argument. The two glared at each other for a few seconds. This isn't over, Blondie. Anko. Likewise, you bloody heathen. Naruto. She walked over and picked up the microphone. Alright, the second exam begins in 5.4.3.2.1, go. The gates opened and the teams dashed inside. You know the rules, Blondie. Don't help unless they use the flare. Anko. Yawn yeah. Yuga-sensei already told me. Need me to cut you loose? Nah, I'm just a clone. The real me has been in there since you walked off a few minutes ago. Poof. I'm gonna get that brat one day, Anko. The next day. Already, 3 out of the 11 teams had been eliminated. 2 teams had arrived at the tower. The team from Suna, Gaara, Kankuro, and Tamari. And Team 9. Unluckily, one of the teams from Grass had been wiped out except for one survivor. A red-haired girl named Karen. Who was now resting at the tower under on-boot guard. The reason for her being under guard. The other grass ninja had been found dead with their faces removed. So, when Naruto brought her in, she was placed under guard for her protection. And so they could question her. Anko, after being called to the scene of the murder, dashed into the forest in search of her ex-sensei. Unfortunately for her, however, Orochimaru was preoccupied. Yikes. Calm down. What's wrong with you anyway? All I said was the guard had a nice body. Orochimaru, still in his female guise, was currently running from a really irate Hinata Hyuga. He had just gotten a sample of Shino's Kikiachu for study before he tracked down Sasuke. When he figured he would also try to get a sample of Hinata's blood, trying to study the Byakugan, he made the mistake of trying to girl talk about Naruto, Rita's gossip, to distract her. Hinata was unamused. Come back here you slippery bitch. Hinata yelled after Orochimaru had managed to slip away from her. Shino, Kiba. Yes. I thought she was the timid one. Arf, Akamaru agrees. So did I. Does she scare you too, buddy? Kiba looked up at Akamaru, who was inside his hood. Whine. She scares me as well. Shino. But Orochimaru. Damn, that Hyuga's kinda scary, reminds me of that other Hyuga female that was obsessive about Hiashi-chan, what was her name, again? An image of a woman with long purple hair flashed through his mind. Shivers right, her. She's still the cause of some nightmares, oh, well. Let's go find Sasuke-chan, now. Of Team 7. They were running around the forest looking for the grass team. Orochimaru, who was now looking for them as well. When they came to a stop on one of the large tree branches. What's wrong, Sasuke-kun? Sakura. We're going to take a break here. No sense in running ourselves ragged on day 2. Besides, they have to find us as well. Tuckle how right you are, Sasuke-chan. Orochimaru landed on the branch in front of them. Sasuke and Sai got into battle positions while Sakura turned around to guard their backs. Tell your teammates to come out. And we'll do this the right way. Sasuke. Tuckle teammates. Oh, you mean this body's teammates? Yeah. They're dead. Dead? I'm not here for the exam, Sasuke-chan. I'm here for you. Orochimaru yanked the grass ninja's face off and showed his real face. I take it that means you're not part of the exams? Sasuke asked. That's right. So, you're breaking the rules, right now? Yes. I knew Uchihas could be dumb. But are you really so stupid that you need to ask? No, I just wanted to be sure before I did this. Sasuke ran through hand signs. Naruto. We have a rule breaker. Sasuke yelled. Then he sent a massive fireball up into the air. Really, Sasuke-chan? Are you calling for the guard? Where's your Uchiha pride, huh? Orochimaru dashed at Sasuke. Instead of running like he thought they would, Team 7 stood their ground. Fine. Make this easy for me wham. Orochimaru was tackled so hard the scroll he had in his robe spun in the air for a few seconds before falling onto the branch. Neither Orochimaru or Naruto were anywhere to be seen. Sai walked over to the scroll and pocketed it, after making sure it was the one they needed. Let's head to the tower, shall we? Right. With Naruto. Naruto had Orochimaru by the throat and he was running the forest. He had been told about him being in the forest by Anko only a few hours ago. So when he heard Sasuke yell about a rule breaker, he had an idea of who it was. He was moving so fast that, although to Naruto several seconds had passed, Orochimaru still had yet to react. Naruto arrived at the Hokage tower and dove through the open window with Orochimaru, where he finally slowed down enough that Orochimaru could react. What happened? He yelled. He kicked and punched trying to make Naruto let go of his throat. They had no effect on him, though. Gigi, I caught a rule breaker in the forest. So I see, Naruto. Orochimaru, what are you doing in my village? Chuckle, oh. Hey sensei. Long time no see, you got old. And you got even weirder. I'd rather be old. I'd rather be weird. Same. Naruto, please don't agree with the psychopath. Hiruzen glared at Naruto. Sorry Gigi. Answer the question, Orochimaru. Why are you here? Hiruzen stood up from his desk and walked until he was nose to nose with Orochimaru. So scary, sensei. It's almost like you're not happy to see me. That's because I'm not. Hiruzen deadpanned. He walked back over to his desk. Naruto. Yes Gigi. I made a promise to one of my students a few years back that if I ever saw you again, Orochimaru, I wouldn't kill you. I intend to honor that promise, Naruto, you kill him. Roger that, Gigi. Naruto grabbed the top of Orochimaru's head while holding his neck with the other hand. Wait, don't kill him, ripping sound. Naruto tore Orochimaru's head from his body. His head and body burst into flames and a note fell out of his chest, which Hiruzen then picked up and read. Sorry sensei. I'm immortal. Be seeing you soon. It had a crudely drawn Orochimaru at the bottom giving them the finger. Sai, why did all of my students turn out so odd? I'm not odd, Gigi. Sai, why did all of my students and you turn out so odd? You must have infected us with your oddness, Gigi. Then Naruto disappeared in a burst of speed. Naruto. Back at the tower. The week ended with the passing of 7 teams. Teams 7 through 10 made it. The Suna team passed on the first day. The Sound Ninja passed. And a Konoha team consisting of Kabuto, Mitsumi and Yoroi also passed, though Kabuto immediately forfeited. Wow. 7 teams passed my exam. I must say, I'm surprised, I thought more of you would have died. Anko. Yes Anko. Your exam must not have been as difficult as you believed it to be. Ibiki. Says the guy who let so many genin advance in the first place. What's that say about you, Ace Carhead? Ibiki glared at Anko. Enough. Hiruzen. Yes, Hokage-sama. Hiruzen stood up from his chair to say a few words to the genin. I would like to congratulate all of you for making it this far. Unfortunately, you cannot rest just yet. Brown. Because so many of you passed the first 2 exams. Your 3rd exam has been delayed until next month. And a preliminary shall be held today. What are we doing, Hokage-sama? Sakura. Hiruzen motioned to a large blackboard. 2 names will appear on this screen. The 2 chosen will fight until one fighter yields, is unable to continue, or is killed. All contestants must listen to the proctor of this exam, Hey Jekko. Failure to do so will result in disqualification. Is that clear? Yes. Good, let the preliminaries begin. First match. Sasuke Uchiha vs Yoroi Akato. The 2 fighters made their way down to the arena floor. You sure you're ready for this, Uchiha, Yoroi? Yawn, yeah, can we skip the bragging and just get this over with? Yoroi snarled at Sasuke. You really should focus, Uchiha. It would be a shame if you got hurt because you weren't paying attention. Yoroi. Whatever you say, hey Proctor, can we get this started already? Sasuke. Off, are both fighters ready? I'm ready to kill you, Uchiha. Sure. Off, begin. The 2 dashed at each other. Sasuke's Sharingan was blazing in his eyes and Yoroi's hands were glowing blue. Yoroi swiped at Sasuke's head and it was ducked, but it did manage to brush Sasuke's hair. Some of my chakra vanished. Sasuke. Surprised, Uchiha. With just a touch, I can steal all of your chakra. While Yoroi was explaining his ability, Sasuke took advantage and kicked Yoroi between the legs, hard. Loud squeak. Yoroi collapsed to his knees and looked up at Sasuke, who was staring into his eyes. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to talk during a fight? Sasuke. Yoroi nodded yes. He couldn't speak yet. You should have listened. Sasuke brought his leg up and kicked Yoroi in the face. He collapsed backward, unconscious. Winner, Sasuke Uchiha. The gathered ninja clapped. If trepidatiously. After returning to his team, Sasuke was approached by Kakashi. That was a good fight, Sasuke. Thanks sensei. Second match. Zaku Abumi vs Shino Aburam. They made their way down to the arena. You better give me a good fight, Leaf Nin. Zaku. Shino. What's the matter, are you scared, Leaf Nin? Zaku. Off, are both fighters ready? I'm ready. Yes. Begin. Zaku immediately felt something was wrong as his chakra was being drained rapidly. What did you do? Zaku. Zaku pointed his arms at Shin and pushed chakra into the holes in his palms. Answer me, you bastard. Zaku. Fine then, I'll kill you and figure it out myself. Zaku. Decapitating airwaves. Boom. Screams. Zaku's arms exploded into chunks and he passed out from the pain. Silence filled the room as everyone tried to figure out what happened. Winner, Shino Aburam. Shino made his way back to his team. Hey Shino. Kiba. Yes. What did you do to him? I sent my Kakachu to investigate him after our names were chosen. They found the holes on his palms and I deduced that they must have had some use. So I had them enter the holes and fill them up. The rest is obvious. Nervous chuckle, right, obvious. Match 3. Misumi Tsurugi vs Konkuro. Just like canon. Winner, Konkuro. Match 4. Sakura Haruno vs Tamari. Good luck, Sakura. Sasuke. Good luck, Washboard Pow. Thanks. Sakura said before making her way down to the arena floor where Tamari was already waiting. Great, I get the pinky. Tamari. Hello, I'm Sakura Haruno. It's a pleasure to meet you. She said with a bow. Tamari, likewise. And, nothing personal, okay? Sakura's brow started twitching, but she nodded. All fighters ready? Yes. Begin. Sakura pulled out a kunai and charged at Tamari, who was taking the fan off of her back. Once I have fully opened this fan, you will lose. We'll see about that. I didn't train my ass off for nothing. Tamari swung her still closed fan at Sakura once she had gotten close, but Sakura slid under it on her knees. Then Sakura came up swinging. Swish swish, Tamari grabbed her arm and threw her away, though Sakura flipped, landed on her feet, and charged back in. The two engaged in taijutsu, and though Tamari obviously had the upper hand, Sakura's recent training was allowing her to hold her own. Ow. A punch Sakura threw had snuck in and caught Tamari on the chin. Tamari shook a little, but then planted her feet and smacked Sakura away with her fan. You're not bad. Tamari opened her fan to the first moon. I could say the same of you. Sakura returned after jumping back to her feet. The two continued to fight in close range, with Sakura trying to ensure she couldn't use her fan and Tamari wanting to keep her away. Tamari swung her fan again and caught Sakura in the stomach. The blow sent her tumbling back before she slid to a stop in a crouched position. Tamari opened her fan to the second moon. Is that all you got, Pinky? Tamari taunted. Hardly. Sakura charged back in. This girl honestly isn't bad. A few more years of training and she could become a serious threat. Tamari thought. A few more exchanges passed before Tamari got serious and she opened her fan completely. Sorry about this, Pinky. Like I said, nothing personal. Wind style. Sickle weasel jutsu. A huge tornado of wind assaulted the charging Sakura and lifted her into the air. Screams. Sakura yelled from the pain of the blade slicing through her skin. She was held there for 10 seconds before the jutsu was cancelled and she fell to the ground. Call the fight, Proctor. She's done foe. Bang. Sakura had used the last of her strength to do one last charge at Tamari and punch her in the face. The blow sent Tamari to the ground, then Sakura passed out. Tamari stared at her from her position on the ground. Off winner, Tamari. Tamari quickly stood back up and walked over to her brothers. You're an embarrassment. Gaara said after she reached them. But Gaara, No. You almost lost to trash like her. You're lucky we still need you, or I would have offered you to mother already. Tamari felt a chill run down her spine. So, she hung her head and hoped her brother wouldn't ignore orders and just kill her anyway. Next match. Tenten vs Ino Yamanaka. Ino hasn't been training like Sakura has, so she quickly lost. Winner, Tenten. Next match. Shikamaru Nara vs Kintsuchi. Same as canon. Winner, Shikamaru Nara. Next match. Kiba and Yuzuka vs I. Alright Akamaru. Let's do this, buddy. I forfeit. Kiba, who had been about to jump over the railing, lost his footing and fell to the ground. Cough, are you sure? Yes, I have faced Kiba many times and know that I cannot win. Very well. Winner, Kiba and Yuzuka. Next match. Neji Hyuga vs Choji Akamichi. Neji hummed as he made his way to the arena. Wish me luck, guys. Choji also made his way down. All fighters ready? Yes. Begin. Multi-size. Jutsu. Choji expanded himself into a ball, then started rolling toward Neji at high speed. Bullet tank jutsu. Up Neji jumped over Choji and lightly struck. His finger hit a tenketsu that caused Choji to lose focus. He then continued to roll until he hit a wall head first and was knocked unconscious. Alpha, winner, Neji Hyuga. Neji made his way back to his teammates and Choji was carried off the arena floor. Next match. Hinata Hyuga vs Dosu Kanuta. Dosu made his way down to the arena first. Hinata, on the other hand, was so nervous that she started hyperventilating. Hinata. Kurenai barked. Why, yes sensei. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But I do want to. I'm tired of being weak. Then let me give you a hand. Kurenai formed a hand sign and Hinata went glass-eyed for a few seconds. Sensei, what are you doing? Kiba. Hinata came out of her trance, her eyes were blazing with fury. You dare. She jumped down from the balcony to the arena floor below. Seriously, what did you do? I showed her something she really didn't want to see. Kiba looked at her confused, but Shino seemed to understand. Sensei, you're cruel. Shino. I know. Kurenai. Can someone explain it to me please, Kiba yelled. Simple, I showed her Naruto losing his first kiss to that Dosu kid. Loud scream. Kiba, who had his back to the arena, looked at the faces of those around him before deciding that he really didn't want to see what Hinata was doing to that poor guy. That was supposed to be mine. Another loud scream, followed by crying. Winner, Hinata Hyuga, please don't kill me. I haven't had sex with Yugao yet. Hey, Yugao. The other Jonin all looked at her. The Genin did too. What? It's not for lack of trying on my part. He wanted to wait until we were married. She averted her eyes. Everyone answered. Due to the graphic nature of the scene, Dosu's body has been blurred out for your protection. Thank you for your understanding. Next match. Rock Lee vs Gaara of the Desert. Same as canon. Winner, Gaara of the Desert. Gaara-san was still going for Lee, so the Jonin all jumped down and intercepted it. So Gaara-san picked out a new target, Naruto, who had also jumped down. Naruto stood still as the sand wrapped around him and covered everything except his head. Die. Gaara yelled in a manic voice. Sand coffin. Sand funeral. The gathered Genin all screamed while the Jonin tried to interfere, but they were pushed back. Naruto. Hiruzen yelled. Yes, Jiji. After hearing him calmly respond, everyone looked at him and noticed that he was looking around confused. Are you okay, Naruto? Kurenai. Oh. Yes, I'm fine. It's actually really warm in here. Sand funeral. Gaara tried his jutsu again, but he received the same result. Having trouble performing, Don't worry, it happens to everyone, well, not to me, but Naruto. Imperial sand funeral. Even more sand swarmed around Naruto and tried to crush him, yawned Naruto was unimpressed. You done yet? My legs went to sleep. Loud yell. Sand started to move towards Gaara. Run. Temari yelled. She, her brother, and some of the other Genin all moved away from the arena floor. That's when Naruto just walked out of the sand coffin. Yawn, I'm kinda sleepy now. He disappeared from his spot and moved to just behind Gaara. Whack. Naruto bonked him on the head so hard his sand armor broke and he was knocked unconscious. No, don't if you do that, he lay. Loud rumble shook the ground and Gaara's eyes shot back open. I'm free. I'm free laughs. Gaara looked at the surrounding ninja. Smack. Naruto smacked him so hard his face went through the concrete floor and was stuck there. You should really calm down, you'll hurt your throat talking like that. Naruto. The surrounding ninja were all shell-shocked. Though the younger ninja didn't know what had just happened. Besides Naruto doing something weird. The older ninja all recognized it for what it was. He's a Jinchuriki. You sand ninja, I'd like a word with you in my office after this is over. Yes sir. The Hokage sat back down in his chair. He stood up because he was worried for Naruto. Attention, everyone. The proctor will now allow each of you to pick a piece of paper out of this box. On it is the name of the opponent that you will face in 1 month's time. Hiruzen. One by one, the Genin all took a piece of paper. Temari also took one for Gaara since they hadn't disqualified him yet. Now, starting from left to right. Read out your opponent's name. Sai, Temari. Shikamaru. Gaara, Sasuke. Hankuro. Kiba. Hinata. Neji. Shino. Tenten. Good, you are dismissed. Your Jonin instructors will give you the information you need for your next exam. Hiruzen. Everyone filed out of the tower. except those who were in the medical wing and the Sand siblings who were interviewed by the Hokage and his Anbu. I'm sure this is where Jiji said he would be. Naruto was walking around the hot springs while looking for some guy called Jiraiya. Hiruzen had told Naruto earlier that morning that it was time to learn to control the Kyuubi's chakra, so was sent to find this Jiraiya guy. Perverted giggle. Naruto heard something from above him. Looking up, he saw a large white-haired man crouching on a tree branch. Oh, you naughty girls. Giggle. Excuse me. Not now boy, can't you see I'm busy? The man was writing in a small notebook. What are you doing up there? I'm researching, now go away. Huh? What are you researching? Tree bark. Why does it matter? Quiet murmurs. Naruto looked at the wall, then back at the man. He's peeping on the women in the hot springs. Naruto realized. Betting a smirk on his face, Naruto walked away. A few seconds later, a blonde-haired woman in an orange jumpsuit walked into the hot springs. Thought that brat would never leave. Now, where were we? Ladies looking over the hot spring wall, he saw a woman walk over to one of the women inside and point in his direction. The woman looked and upon see Jiraiya, she screamed. Deeper. That drew the attention of the Kunoichi inside. Oh, that's not good. But those bouncing brasts. The Kunoichi caught Jiraiya before he could run and pummeled him into the ground. Grown Naruto, now back in his male form, was crouched in front of Jiraiya. I'm guessing you're the guy Jiji sent me to find. Jiraiya glared up at the blonde. Who are you? Naruto Uzumaki, Genin, soon to be Chunin, and I really dislike perverts. Nice to meet you. I take it that's why you ratted me out, to stop me from researching? Jiraiya asked while standing back up. No, I ratted you out because it was funny. If I actually wanted to stop you, I would have done it myself. Oh, the brat thinks he's tough. Jiraiya smirked down at Naruto. No, I just know I could have stopped you if I wanted to. Oh, do tell. I'm just dying to hear how a brat like you could have stopped me. Naruto returned Jiraiya's smirk. Like THIS suddenly, Jiraiya was no longer looking at a blonde in a jumpsuit. Instead, he was looking at the sky and clouds above. Jiraiya quickly looked around and discovered that he was actually in the sky, right over the woman's hot spring. Splash. Jiraiya landed in the hot spring's water and floated face down for a moment before standing up. So, you didn't get enough earlier. Naruto heard the women commence the beatdown, so he sat down under the tree to wait. Jiraiya screams. The smirk on Naruto's face got even larger. About 10 minutes passed before Jiraiya was thrown back over the wall and slid to a stop in front of Naruto. Having fun? I hate you, brat. That's nice, so anyways Naruto stands up. Jiji wants to see us. Jiraiya lifted his head to better glare at Naruto. Why should I care what your Jiji wants? Because he's the Hokage and you're in his village. Naruto started walking away. Hey, wait up. Jiraiya ran to catch up. How'd you do that? A teleportation jutsu? No. Bloodline that allows you to move people? Nope. You ate a mystical fruit that allows you to put anyone you touch into a bubble and repel them at extreme speeds. That's ridiculous, also no. Then, how? I threw you. You threw me? Yep. Huh, well that's boring. I preferred the fruit explanation more. That's not possible, though. Meanwhile, over with Luffy and the gang. Take this, Kuma. Gomo no. Smack. Luffy was sent flying away due to Kuma's devil fruit. You're right, Saiyaman can dream though. Jiraiya asked Naruto questions all the way to the Hokage's office. Knock knock, Jiji. I found the old pervert. Hey. I am Jiraiya, the great toad sage of Mount. Don't care. Tuckle, come in. The two walked through the door. Naruto was in front, with Jiraiya directly behind him. Hey Jiji. Hey sensei. Hello. Anything else, Jiji? Not right now, Naruto. Why don't you wait outside for a few minutes? Alright. Naruto nodded and walked back outside and shut the door behind him. Click. Jiraiya and Hiruzen stared at each other for a few moments, then Hiruzen reached beneath his desk. He pulled out a file labeled Uzumaki and placed it on the desk in front of Jiraiya. Anbu, guard the perimeter, but don't enter the room again until I send for you. A few seconds passed before a whoosh was heard and the two were left alone. This is Naruto's, your godson's, ninja file. Please, read through it to see what all you've missed. Jiraiya looked away from the file. You know I was busy, sensei. I couldn't just drop my work. Damn it, Jiraiya. I am your Hokage and I've given you plenty of time off over the years. The least you could have done was show up for a birthday or two. And say what, sensei? Hey, how's it going, Naruto? I'm your godfather and I couldn't save your parents. Is that what you want, huh? Sigh. Jiraiya, you know that wasn't your fault. I was there and I couldn't save them. What makes you think that if you had been here, you wouldn't have died as well? I don't know, but I could have been the one to do the sealing instead. Do you honestly think I wouldn't have done the same? By the time I arrived, Minato had already sealed away the 9 tails, and Kushina was knocking on death's door. There was nothing you or I could have done to prevent either of their deaths. Jiraiya crossed his arms and looked back at Hiruzen. Even so, he's had a better life without me here. I would have just complicated things. Hiruzen lit his pipe and took a few puffs before responding. How would you know? How would you know if his life was better without you in it? You never bothered to try any other way. Sensei, you know that's not fair. And? You think the hand that boy's been dealt was fair? I hate to burst your bubble, Jiraiya. But that boy hasn't had an easy life. Are you saying? Scoffs, you think I would let someone abuse him? The few that have tried over the years didn't live to try again, but I can't control people's fears. They ignored him because they feared him. They pretended he didn't exist because they didn't want him to exist, and it's affected him. Even if he doesn't show it, their fear instilled a form of self-reliance in him that no child should have. Hiruzen looked out his window. It also made him strong. Laugh, yeah, I noticed. Hiruzen smiled. Yes, I saw your meeting didn't go as well as you thought it would. You could have warned me. Tuckle, not a chance. I enjoy Naruto's pranks almost as much as he does, provided they aren't aimed at me. Sai figures. The two silently stared at each other for a few more seconds. You want me to teach him to harness the Kyuubi's chakra, don't you? Nope. Jiraiya's face faulted. What? Personally, I don't think he actually needs the Kyuubi's chakra. However, if what your spies have said is correct, then he's going to need all the help he can get. So, teach him. If you wouldn't mind. Actually, That was rhetorical, Jiraiya. I, of course, sensei. I'll begin right away. See that you do. Jiraiya left the room. Come on, Blondie. Tuckle, Hiruzen. Jiraiya led Naruto to a training field far away from the village and had Naruto sit down. Sit like this, brat. Jiraiya showed him the proper meditation form and Naruto copied him. What now? Close your eyes. Right. Naruto complied. Now, picture a gate, for lack of a better term. This gate will be the entrance to the Kyuubi seal and where you need to go. Naruto focused inward and pictured a large gate. Now what? Do you have the image in mind? Yeah. Clonk. Jiraiya punched him in the head. Ouch, what was that for? Naruto yelled while holding his head. That was supposed to knock you out. Jiraiya looked at his fist and then Naruto's head. Why did you try to knock me out? To get you inside the seal. How does knocking me out get me inside? It's either that or waiting for you to fall asleep while thinking of the gate. Sai, alright, if you want something done, do it yourself. Naruto closed his eyes and focused for a few minutes. What are you planning? Naruto ignored him. Hello, wham. Naruto punched himself in the jaw and was knocked out. Why do I get the feeling this brat thinks I'm too weak to knock him out? No one answered Jiraiya's question. Would have been weird if someone did. Meanwhile, inside the seal. So this is the inside of the seal. Naruto looked around at the red walls and water-covered floor. It's like a sewer in here. He started following the path laid out before him. He noticed the 3 pipes circling around the pathway and the 3 colors of water inside them, but deciding he would ask the old pervert about them later. Eventually, Naruto came to a door. This is it, I guess. Taking a deep breath, Naruto pushed open the door and walked through. Whoa, once inside, he saw a massive gate that stretched so far in every direction, he couldn't see the end. So, my jailer has finally come to pay me a visit, eh? A deep voice asked from behind the bars. Are you the Kyuubi? Naruto walked closer to the gate. Tuckle, indeed, I am. I was sent here to learn how to use your chakra. Is that so? Yes, it is that okay? Oh, of course. Really? Of course not. The Kyuubi roared. His massive arm came flying out from behind the bars and slammed down where Naruto was standing. Foolish human. It attempted to pull its arm back, but found that it was unable to move it. It tried a few more times, with the same result. That wasn't nice. The Kyuubi tilted its hand up to see underneath and saw Naruto holding a claw above his head. Release me, human. No, I don't think I will. The Kyuubi once again tried to pull its claw free, but Naruto didn't budge. I said, release me. The Kyuubi swung its other arm into Naruto. Naruto caught it as well. And I said, no. Naruto jumped back while holding the Kyuubi's arms. Bang. The Kyuubi's head was slammed into the bars. Groan. Had enough. Never. Bang. 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 The room was filled with the sounds of Kyuubi's head bouncing off the bars. After 10 or so slams, Naruto stopped. Had enough yet? Groan, yeah, can you let go, now? Sure. Naruto released the Kyuubi's arms. Thanks, now, die. The Kyuubi attempted to crush Naruto again. Bang. 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 Naruto caught its claw and repeatedly slammed Kyuubi into the bars. Alright, bang. I've bang. Head bang. Enough. Naruto stopped after hearing it. Are you sure? Because I can do this all day. Bro, I'm sure. But are you really sure? I'm really sure. Alright. Naruto released his hold on the claw and the Kyuubi pulled its arm back inside to hold its head. So, about that chakra. Bro. I'll give you permission to use my chakra if you'll go away until my head stops ringing. Deal. Naruto looked around for a few seconds. How do I do that? Same way you got in. Oh, okay. Naruto punched himself in the face and vanished from the Kyuubi's sight. Bro, why couldn't he have just been a loud, annoying idiot instead of a strong, loud, annoying idiot? Outside the seal. Naruto looked to see Jiraiya standing over him. Don't worry if you didn't get it to agree, I didn't think you would. No, it agreed. After all, no normal person could ever get the Kyuubi to agree to something so one-sided as letting you use its chakra. I said it agreed. I mean, only a complete and total psycho would ever dream of getting the Kyuubi to agree to something like that. Hello, I said it agreed. I heard you the first time, my brain just didn't want to accept it. Oh, so what now? Honestly, helping you access the Kyuubi's chakra was all I had planned. So, you have nothing else to teach me? Well, how would you feel about signing a summoning contract? Naruto gave Jiraiya a bright smile. Sounds like fun. Hello Hiruzen, how are you on this fine day? The fourth Hokage asked as he stepped inside the Kage box. He was the first of the expected 3 Kage to arrive. Oh hello I'm doing well, and yourself? Hiruzen motioned for to sit in the chair next to him. I'm doing fine, now that I have some sake to wet my throat. Lifted his jug of sake into the air. Cheers. He drank deeply from the jug. Tuckle enjoying the festivities, are we? What? I never get to relax back in Kumo. It's always work, punch my brother, and work some more. I know what you mean. It's the same here. When I took over from my father, I would never have thought that I would spend the majority of my days filling out paperwork. Laugh yes, the bane of all Kage, paperwork. If I knew we would be discussing paperwork, I would have stayed home. Inoki floated into the Kage box. Inoki, how's the back? Hiruzen greeted his old enemy. Grown better than I expected after such a journey. And to think, you didn't even send an escort to pick me up. Oh ho. Are you so old you need to be walked everywhere, Inoki? Inoki's face turned red and he glared at Hiruzen. You would know, wouldn't you, Hiruzen? How's the retirement home treating you? Inoki asked with a smile. It was Hiruzen's turn to glare. Just fine, actually. How's your arthritis, does it still hurt to walk? Only during the winter. Do you still have those kidney stones? During this exchange, the Kazekage arrived and saw the two. Great, now I have to listen to them try and one-up each other. Chuckle hello Rasa. How have you been? Rasa noticed was drinking out of a large sake jug. Mind if I take a swig? I've only been here for 5 minutes and they're giving me a headache. He looked at his jug, then at Rasa. He narrowed his eyes for a second before finally smiling. Of course. Dari, bring the Kazekage a glass. He yelled. Rasa took that time to sit down in the chair beside They talked for a few minutes but were interrupted when Dari entered the Kage box. Your glass, Rikage-sama. Dari handed a small sake glass, which was then passed to Rasa. Rasa narrowed his eyes at the glass but accepted it nonetheless. My thanks, I poured sake into Rasa's glass and the two drank in silence. Deko Hayate walked inside the Kage box then and interrupted Hiruzen and Inoki. Kafu Kage-sama, it's time. The 4 Kage looked at Hayate and while 3 of them accepted the arrival of the ninja without issue. One of them couldn't believe his eyes. No, Baki assured me he was dead, did Baki lie to me? The Kage looked at Hiruzen suspiciously but didn't draw attention to himself. Of course, Hayate. Thank you. Hayate bowed his head to Hiruzen, then left. Hiruzen stood up from his chair and turned to the gathered Kage. Well, shall we get this started? Bron, yes, let's get this over with. I can already imagine the pile of paperwork I'll have waiting for me when I get home. Inoki. The other 3 Kage shivered, each was imagining the work they would have backed up after this vacation of theirs. Then Rasa stood as well, and the 4 Kage made their way out onto the balcony. The stadium was packed with civilian and ninja alike, from villages all across the land of fire and beyond. Attention everyone. Hiruzen spoke into a microphone, and the once noisy crowd grew silent as they waited for the Hokage to continue. Thank you, we are gathered here today to witness some very talented ninja compete for the chance to be promoted to the rank of Chunin. Applause drowned out Hiruzen for a moment, then quieted down. Unfortunately, for two of my fellow Kage, none of their ninja made it to this crucial point. However, they have decided to come watch and enjoy the festivities anyway. A round of applause for my fellow Kage. The fourth Rokage of Kumagakure. Applause. Raised his sake jug to the crowd. Rasa, the fourth Kazakage of Sunagakure. Applause. Rasa bowed slightly to the crowd. Inoki, the third Tsuchikage of Iwagakure. Applause. Inoki glared at Hiruzen for the dig at his age, but raised his hand to the crowd anyway. And I am Hiruzen, the third Hokage of Konohagakure. The crowd cheered for Hiruzen. Yes, settle down. Now, let the exam begin. Meanwhile, outside the village. Baki was helping the arriving sand and sound ninja prepare to enter the village. Though a majority of them had arrived the night before, they were still waiting for over 30% of their forces. Where are they? We need everyone here if we want this plan to work. Lord Rasa is counting on us. Walking around the makeshift camp each attacking village had set up, he asked the commanders of each where the rest of the forces were. I thought they were here already, was the response he received. So, he went looking for them. He ran around the perimeter of the village, thinking that maybe they had mistakenly arrived and set up camp in the wrong position. He was right. My god, what happened here? The sight he was greeted with upon arriving at the other campsite was pure destruction. Blood and gore was splattered everywhere, and not a single ninja was left alive. He searched through the camp, desperate to find at least one ninja alive. Hoping that at least one had survived to tell him what kind of monster had done this. Yo! A young voice yelled from behind him. Baki quickly turned around and saw Naruto standing behind him. What's the brat doing here? Naruto's next words answered his question. You won't find any ninja here, they were either killed or captured last night. Naruto said with a smile. Baki glanced around, trying to see the other ninja he was sure to be around. I have no idea what you're talking about. I was just going out for a walk and stumbled upon this place. Oh. What a coincidence, that's how I found this place as well. I was just walking along, minding my own business, when I came across an enemy camp right outside our walls, so I had no choice but to wipe them out. Naruto's smile grew even larger. He wiped out an enemy camp while on a walk. Baki couldn't believe his ears. This kid was claiming to have wiped out over 1,000 ninja, single-handed. I take very enthusiastic walks. Naruto simply replied. Right, Baki slowly moved his hand to the hidden kunai he kept in his sleeve. He hated having to kill a child, but Lord Rasa's orders came first. What you got there? Another voice said from behind him. Glancing over his shoulder, Baki saw another Naruto standing behind him. What th? Smack. The Naruto standing in front of Baki slapped him across the face, knocking him out. Why couldn't we punch this guy again? The other Naruto asked. Because Temari-chan would only give up their plans to help if we promised not to hurt her family and this guy. Oh. The Naruto slapped his fist into his open palm. Yeah, wanna go get some ramen? We have time to kill. You read my mind. It's almost like we're two of a kind or something. You're literally my clone. What's your point? Is this what Yugao-sensei had to put up with? Nah, I'm not this bad. Naruto grabbed Baki by the leg and dragged him along behind him. We should probably drop this guy off with Temari-chan first. They were quiet for a few seconds. Nah. Off they went to Ichiraku's while dragging Baki's unconscious body. When they arrived at Ichiraku's ramen stand, Naruto lifted Baki's body and sat him on a stool, folded his arms and placed his head on them, as if he was sleeping. Hello Naruto. What can I get for you, too? Tucci looked between Naruto and the clone in confusion. It's ninja stuff, old man. Ah, that explains it. And, who's your friend? Tucci motioned to Baki. That's Baki, he had a long night. Oh, he was out drinking. Something like that. Naruto agreed. He's going to have a headache when he wakes up. Snicker, yeah, probably. Meanwhile, Hiruzen and the other Kage were watching Shikamaru and Temari battling it out. Your daughter is very skilled, Rasa. You should be proud. Oh, I am. He said with a smile. Though on the inside, he was beginning to panic. The invasion was starting as soon as Gaara's match began. So, where is Baki? Baki was currently being dragged through Konoha by Naruto. Well, I need to go take care of the other camp, now. You drop him off at Temari's hotel room. Oh, why do I have to do it? The other Naruto asked. Because you're the clone. One of these days, I'm going to start up a clones rights group and… Yeah, just go already. Naruto jumped into the air, his clone flipped him off just before he left the ground. Naruto flew across Konoha and landed in the center of the enemy camp. "Hello, invading ninja." That got everyone's attention. "My name is Naruto Uzumaki, and I would like to ask everybody to surrender before things get out of hand." The ninja looked between each other. "Kill him," one of the leaders yelled. "Wait." Naruto held up his hands, causing the ninja to stop their charge. "What is it, brat? I've asked this question before, but I never seem to get an answer. Mind if I ask you?" "Fine, ask your stupid question," the sand leader said. "What's your health plan like?" "What?" I said, "What's your health plan like? Do you have good coverage in case of injury during the line of duty?" "No, actually, our health coverage is shit." "Same here," a sound ninja agreed. "Oh, this is gonna suck for you, then." Naruto vanished in a burst of speed. "Attack," the sound leader yelled. Naruto's world was moving even slower than usual today. Even the attacking Jonin appeared to be standing still from his point of view. Did I get faster again? Naruto wondered. He ducked under a wind jutsu and lifted the ninja up by his underwear and stretched it over his head. Then, Naruto lightly pushed the ninja into the air. Another ninja was drawing a sword, so Naruto took it from him and bonked him on the head with the handle. 3 more were charging up a collaboration jutsu, so Naruto lifted each one up and pointed them at each other. Naruto poked the sound leader on the forehead, causing his skin to ripple like water. Then he went to the sand ninja and tapped him on the cheek, causing his skin to ripple as well. To the attacking ninja, a streak of orange light filled the camp and ninja were being flung around. One poor bastard had his underwear pulled over his head, then was thrown into the sky and had yet to come down. The 2 leaders were taken out with 1 hit apiece. The sound leader's neck broke after taking a powerful blow to the forehead, and all of the sand leader's teeth were knocked out. 3 ninjas exploded in a massive wind jutsu the kid had apparently used. The bodies of the 3 were torn to pieces. 1 ninja had his head crushed into his chest, killing him instantly. Over 100 ninjas spontaneously exploded into bits. No explanation could be given for what happened to them. It's a monster," a ninja yelled. Naruto flicked his forehead, sending him flipping into 4 other ninja. The few ninja tried to run away, but each one was sent flying back into the camp by the orange light. So, they resolved themselves to fighting to the bitter end. Naruto ran around the camp trying to knock out as many ninja as he could. Though accidentally killing a few, after 2 hours in his perception and only 10 minutes, real time. Naruto managed to subdue the entirety of the invading army. Almost all of the attacking sound ninja were alive, if injured and unconscious. But the sound ninja weren't treated so well. Though over 100 still lived, the majority of their number was dead. Naruto finally came to a stop in the middle of camp and wiped the blood from his hands. "Were you sorry about that, sound ninja? Gigi said that since you weren't allies, I couldn't leave all of you alive." Boom. Huh? Naruto looked back toward the village and saw smoke rising from the stadium. "Sorry, I can't stand around and chat, everyone. Duty calls." Naruto vanished again. "Wah, what the fuck was that?" a sound ninja yelled after waking up. "With the cages." As soon as Gaara and Sasuke's match began, Rasa and his Jonin guard, who turned out to be Orochimaru, sprung into action, grabbing Hiruzen and carrying him onto the roof of the stadium. The Sound Four appeared and set up a barrier to prevent anyone from interfering. "Now, Gaara," Rasa yelled. Crickets could be heard in the background. The other 2 Kage had somehow gotten popcorn in the commotion and were watching the scene as if it were a good show. "I decline," Gaara responded. Rasa, who had just entered the barrier, turned back after hearing Gaara's response. "What? I am Yukaza Kage and you will obey." "Sai, very well." Playing possum jutsu, Gaara yelled after a few hand signs. Though Sasuke and the surrounding genin attempted to stop him, they were just a few seconds too slow. The sand poured out of Gaara's gourd and quickly formed the base form of the One Tail. Maniacal laugh. "I'm free, he's not here, is he?" The One Tail was cautiously looking around for something. "Oh, mighty Shukaku. Destroy our enemies," Rasa ordered. "I decline." "Oh, come on," Rasa screamed. Hiruzen was watching Orochimaru with awkward eyes. "I get the feeling you would have done better had you been alone." Orochimaru looked back at Hiruzen. He had been watching the show too. "You know what? I'm getting that same feeling." The 2 of them began their battle. "Shukaku, I command you to attack." "I don't wanna." Shukaku had sat down in the arena and refused to move. The crowd and surrounding ninja were now unsure what to do. No one had attacked them yet, and the One Tail obviously wasn't going to attack. So, they were confused as to what they could do. "Get the civilians out of here," Shukaku Nara ordered. The ninja followed his order and began escorting the civilians out of the area. "Ah, you stupid creature," Rasa roared. He looked at Ai and Inoki. "What? You want to fight or something?" They looked at each other, then back to Rasa. No, I'm fine just watching the show. They both said and raised their sake glasses to Rasa. Will you help us? Rasa asked. Nope. Figures. Rasa turned to the fight between Hiruzen and Orochimaru. Hiruzen. I have something to ask you. I'm busy. It'll only take a second. Busy. Orochimaru, wait a moment. Why? I have something to ask Hiruzen. Orochimaru stopped his assault and leaned on his sword. Fine, ask away. Hiruzen took the opportunity to smack Orochimaru in the face with his staff. Alright, now you can ask. Why is Heichiko alive? I was told that he had been killed. Rasa asked. Knocking Rasa heard someone knock on the barrier. Turning around to see who it was, he saw Naruto standing there with a smile on his face. Hi. Naruto waved, so Rasa waved back. Naruto was trying to tell Rasa something through the barrier, but Rasa couldn't hear him over the sound of Hiruzen and Orochimaru fighting again. I can't hear you. Rasa yelled. Naruto cupped his hand and yelled, still Rasa couldn't hear him. Still can't hear you. Naruto's face darkened. He drew back his fist and punched the barrier, causing it to break like a piece of glass. Then, he walked right up to Rasa, cupped his hands around his mouth and screamed. I saved him, you deaf bastard. Oh, Rasa's ears were ringing. And his face, and the other cage's faces, were all frozen in shock. This blonde brat had broken that massive barrier in one punch. Naruto looked over Rasa's shoulder and saw Hiruzen standing still and Orochimaru screaming in pain. Though they were nowhere near each other. Slapping Rasa out of the way. Naruto ran over to Hiruzen. Gigi, what's wrong? Hiruzen was spitting out blood, but he refused to lower his arms or drop the scroll in his mouth. He summoned the Shinigami, only way to kill the previous Hokage and get rid of Orochimaru. Enma, now back in his natural form, replied. What's going to happen to him? Naruto cried. After fulfilling its end of the bargain, it will devour Hiruzen's soul. The H.L. it is. Naruto began looking around for the Shinigami. Where is it, Gigi? The Sound 4 used the distraction to grab Orochimaru and make a run for it. At him, Naruto. Hiruzen collapsed to his knees while looking far above Naruto's head. Oh, so you're there, are you? Hiruzen saw Naruto turn around and glare up at the Shinigami. He wanted to stop Naruto, to tell him not to anger the Shinigami, but he was too weak. Do you honestly believe that I will let you take my Gigi? Naruto roared at the Shinigami. You act as if you have a choice, mortal. I'm taking him, and there's nothing you or anyone can do to stop me from claiming my prize. The Shinigami allowed Naruto to see and hear it. Its appearance caused Naruto to narrow his eyes. Are you willing to bet your life on that? Tuckle. You cannot kill me, mortal. Though I would love to see you try. Naruto's eyes turned red with a slit pupil, and his hair stood on end and grew even wilder. Then, you're going to love this. Naruto drew back his fist. The Shinigami saw something in the boy's eyes then, or a lack of something, as it were. No fear, this boy was confident that he could kill the Shinigami, and the scary part was, the Shinigami was starting to believe him. The boy's fist was fully drawn back, and the Shinigami saw his death flash before his eyes. If this boy hits me, I really will fade. Just before Naruto launched his punch. Very well, mortal. The old man can live, for now. The Shinigami glared at Hiruzen. If you ever summon me again, I will take your soul. Am I clear? Crystal. Good. The Shinigami vanished, leaving Naruto standing there in confusion and everyone else, extremely disturbed. So, Naruto looked over at Hiruzen. Is the invasion over? Tuckle groaned yes, now, please take me to the hospital. You got it, Gigi. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the story. If you did, please like the video. Also consider subscribing and sharing this with your friends. This will really mean a lot for me. I'll see you in the next one.